Ringtext coming out. They've been dabbling back in the Enchantress recently, so it's a little bit up in the air on whether or not they're going to be pulling that one out, or they're going to pull Kuno. But Kuno is the answer. Brawler for Angstydragoon. That character is so powerful. They've been taken to him like a fish to water.
Yeah, that's a very good take right there, honestly, because Brawler is definitely that turnaround I've seen for a lot of players out here, because one, you have that damage over time, just that immense offensive pressure that the character is capable of, constantly pulls you back into more block stun over and over again. It'll be interesting to see if Kunoichi can navigate through that screen space. It is kind of going to be a dodge in the neutral game here, because look at that anti-air to start, my god.
Yeah, that is one of the hallmark tools of Brawler, especially in this matchup versus Kuno, who likes to spend a lot of time in the air. You just pop up the chain, get over here.
Yeah. So, Fire Frog to start things off. Oh, missed the full extension of the combo there. Ringtext going to get knocked back in full screen space. Donkey Kong time. He's good space away from the fire jutsu, because that did shut down a couple barrels. Stopped Angstydragoon. Ooh, no anti-air. Had to convert to stay safe.
Just stay safe. They're keeping the corner pressure up. Angsty tried to take a turn, but Ringtext has been keeping the frame traps so tight they did not get even an inch.
Yeah, that was a very scary situation. They're a little messy in the corner, but Ringtext still able to pick it up, and that's good, right? To be put in a game like this where you're dropping something could mean your imminent death. Being able to turn around and still work in your favor. Very good stuff from Ringtext here. Double jump to throw Kunai, make the approach difficult, tried to get the cross under, but Angstydragoon ready for it.
Already representing so many of these powerful neutral tools from Kuno. Every time, back up full screen, charge the Toad, get a free run in, and Ringtext has taken Angsty to the corner so consistently with it.
Yeah, and allowing Ringtext to charge up some of these jutsu. That's a cool follow-up here. Nice OTG. Able to get the follow-up with poison on top of it.
Going coast to coast, baby. Caveman loops. The rocks are falling from the skies, and now we are over in the left. How can you hold these barrels?
Why do I have to hold on to them? I can just leap to the skies. More pressure here from the Toad.
Oh, and that sneaky throw in between. Angsty keeps trying to bust out with that cave-in. Hasn't found the mark since that initial one, and the Ringtext pressure in the corner keeps on coming.
Yeah, good challenge here. Ringtext able to navigate that screen space time and time again against Angsty. And you're right, just trying to cave in the roof every single time. Started out great. A couple times here to keep Ringtext in check. But for the most part, the way that you're giving Ringtext the opportunity to go for that full screen instead of jutsu, bring out Frog to get that free approach after. And Angsty doesn't have a whole lot outside of Barrel to really kind of interrupt a lot of that jutsu setup. Oh, send it. Nice.
Spin through the stigma, gave Angsty some white life to keep the pressure up, but wasn't able to convert off of it. So Ringtext again, rocking that same game plan. Run back, full screen, set up the Toad, and then go for something else.
The 2B right there. Should have been a full extended pickup after, but that's okay. Didn't overextend. Low on mana. Putting it to... Yo, you're dead!
Oh, the roll. Yeah, the needle spin not cancelable into anything else. The punish could have been much larger than it was, but regardless, Angstydragoon able to seal out that round, keeping us relatively close in the sense.
Just outside of the cave-in. Great Oki situation. Couple two ways for you.
Immediately, Angsty busted out the cave-in, the call out a frame trap, again hitting Ringtext on the backside, getting rid of the tornado.
That's a fair trade to take out, but you are down in health. Oh, this should be an okay damage over time situation here. Nice! He was just to punish a reversal opportunity from Ringtext. Oh, wow! Actually, the course correct here. That's good awareness from Angsty. Does this work? No.
Oh my goodness, if they had been just a hair closer, they may have been able to snipe out with the raw awakening skill. Fortunately for Ringtext, not gonna find the mark, gets to hold on to his life for a little bit longer, finds the throw into the Toad, but it's not enough.
Oh no, trying to get another reversal there. Ringtext just out of range and able to get the W. Nice pickup here, and that's been the difference in this matchup, is that Ringtext will play outside the zone of comfortability from Angsty. Angsty will get caught over swinging. Ringtext able to set up with jutsu time and time again, but this route, corner position looking in favor of Angsty, but again, dropping the 2B.
able to pick up those confirms. Just like at the tail end of it, you get these drops, so your confirms aren't really doing as much as you would like from them ordinarily. Now Ringtext with the stigma goes empty hop low, able to get into a full combo. After him.
Set up, not quite going to be able to kill. We don't have Awakening, but again, you look at, oh, yo, you caught me for a second. That would have blown me.
This is blowing Ringtext up though. The cave-in, that tool from Brawler that is just so incredibly strong as an anti-air. Taking him out of the skies and taking us to parity in the set.
One all to keep things going, and yeah, I was definitely looking at the birdie full screen situation, watching for another jutsu setup, whether it would be Toad. I for sure expected full screen setup and a Toad, and then we make that approach again. But to go for substitution, to teleport right over Brawler, and yet Angsty able to make that reversal, able to get that Awakening finish. Beautiful stuff here.
Absolutely. Yeah, that moonwalk is really funny. Because when the stigma, that little burn, is attached to somebody, teleport puts you right above them, carries some of your momentum, and he's like, oh, I'm over you, I'm walking you.
And how often do you ever get to see that? Like, it's usually like a very rare thing to see that pulled out, because you have so many tools at full screen to kind of contend against a character like Brawler, where Brawler wants you to be mid, or at least like in a corner situation, as everyone does want you in the corner here for this type of game. But death is imminent for Angsty. Great Cyclone mana music here.
One more loop of that charge DP. It does such incredible damage. Just really brought Kunoichi's floor damage in the corner up to a tremendous level.
Yeah. Another tornado. Yeah. Still able to get the reversal out. Angstydragoon with a quick convert. Wants a rebuild on mana because we overspent into exhaustion. Trying to go for IS to keep ourselves from any additional damage, but Scratch is already built up.
Reversal out. Neither of these players have been hesitant in representing those reversal options, even under the threat of colossal punishes.
Yeah. But what's been crazy though is the difference in mana usage from these two players. Ringtext is very cautious in going into exhaustion state, and time again, right here for example, Angsty will usually overspend, put themselves in exhaustion, and when a player overspends, as we all know, like, you do have extended time for recovery if you overspend from what you actually have left over, because it still has to recover. It doesn't show on the screen, but that's why you're seeing the longer recovery time on mana when you overspend. It's like owing back to the bank after you overdraft on your whatever is left in your account from going out to weeklies and driving.
And that's especially important in this matchup. As Brawler, you often want to keep at least one usage of that cave-in to stop Kuno from just jumping around all over the place and taking to the skies as she pleases. When Angsty goes into exhaustion so consistently, they don't have that option available to stop Kuno from doing exactly what they just did.
Yeah. Oh, a bit of a whiff right there, but that's okay because you're still able to correct right after it. Another fire jutsu to put on the Stigma Seal. Ooh, okay.
Yep, that frame 3 armor coming in clutch for Angsty, getting them out of the corner once more, but time and time again, the usage of the cave-in putting them in a bad situation with regard to mana, and Ringtext takes advantage.
Yo, I don't know about that one, Chief. Run up DP.
Quote-unquote
DP for Brawler.
Him having both a true DP and that armored cave-in makes his defensive capabilities so strong. Just like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ringtext misspacing the throw, and look at the punishment you're taking for just daring to be in the same airspace as Brawler. You might be dead.
You know what? This time around, Angsty able to finish out the combo route. How many times have we seen Angsty drop that exact route throughout the set and still able to commit to it? And that's pretty tantamount to the skill from Angsty and just the, being used to the volatility of this game. You know what? I have dropped it, but it is important for my routing here. It is important for me to get the W, and I shouldn't shy away from it.
Not in the slightest. Not afraid of it. So we're coming out. Ringtext doing such a phenomenal job of navigating against the barrels, taking to the skies, punishing Angsty's attempt to drag him back down.
Oh, nice block on the high. Look at that. Cave-in, armored up too. we're not going to get the exact same scenario. There's too much damage mitigation already happening here. But it's very possible that the next interaction after this, we'll get our kill for sure.
Hard kids will get rid of the barrels. Ringtext found a hit with the conversion instant overhead, but didn't commit to it. They have to keep up this corner pressure, find the throw. It's not quite enough, but next hit will do it. Anything will do it.
Toad summon. Nice. Oh my god. Actual DP. One touch on either side.
The barrels. The barrels just hitting before the flame breath could delete them.
All right now in the set. I can't believe it. And it started off so strong in the favor of Ringtext, and yet Angstydragoon. And again, maybe it was just like that initial warm-up getting into this set here, because we did see Angsty drop a couple interactions in the first game and kind of in the second game, despite still making a comeback there and taking the W. But now, 2-all in the set. We're much more consistent, going toe-to-toe against Ringtext right now.
Yeah, they've been doing a great job of warming up the roots, like you mentioned, and also just getting used to the way that Ringtext likes to play Kunoichi.
Yeah.
She's a character that is incredibly freeform in how players like to navigate her neutral, and no two Kunos play the same.
That's absolutely fair. She does have all those great routings here. I mean, this one definitely being more, aggressive in terms of frame trapping and keep the pressure on with either the Fire Toad and even Fire Tornado. Fire Tornado is generally like that one consistent staple from Kunoichi players, but look at the stagger pressure. Oh, punish there. That was your turn.
Whiffing the 2S, but Ringtext getting out of jail free, whiffing a throw, but the Toad is there to make sure that Ringtext could not be punished for it. 2B conversion, massive starter for Angsty, and they should be able to do it. Needle spin into the super, throw him up, drag him down, batter up.
You're blowing yourself up in front. Like, is there explosive damage resistance on Brawler? Is that it? Like, I don't understand how you can just hit somebody with an explosive bat and survive.
Where is he getting these lands?
It's true.
How does he have so many? Look at this dude's jeans are skin tight. Where? He has no pockets.
Inventory systems are but a, mental concept,
That's true, that's true.
This inventory of all the jutsu is going to pick it up. Definitely get a kill here after the next route. Got a reversal, and Angstydragoon being in awakened state does get a little bit of a damage boost here.
Guard damage, gets some mana regen, which is crucial, especially with the way that Angsty likes to play this character.
Yeah.
Letting the 4Ms fly. When you have that extra mana regen, you can afford to do that much more liberally.
Okay, plenty of scratch damage on the table. That does mean the conversion's available, and at this point, if you want to, you may as well spend it simply because you're one touch away no matter what. Tries to armor through again, but there's too many kunai on the screen to try to survive the onslaught.
That was so smart from Ringtext. Kunai convert kunai to slip one in after the armor had worn off from Angstydragoon. And that takes us to a Game 5 final round in our first set of the evening. And Ringtext is already putting on the pressure.
Again, missing that 2B to continue the route. Nice reversal here. Pulls down the roof one more time. Full loop cycle. Yeah, I wonder if we wanted to potentially stop a little bit early there, so at the... Oh my god. You are so lucky there was no conversion right there. I wonder if we could have converted hits on land and still get the finish. But this finish here, awakening from Angstydragoon, returning the favor in what is already a phenomenal series of games to start things off. 3-2 for Angstydragoon.
That's one of those classic baller run-ups.
Had a little bit of love leading into this version of the game. And yeah, it's going to be a nice back and forth. I'm curious to see if Genesis can actually close the gap against Launcher. That's going to be the big tell. You do have Spin Cycle, you do have Wheel of Death here, but Launcher does have a lot of tools, kind of anti-airing, and especially with her 5B, I believe it is, where she can just kind of anti-air while standing and still route into a full combo to the corner.
Yeah, that was one of those big changes that they gave Launcher in this version of the game. When the game came out, her cancel options were very limited, mainly got cancels off of A buttons, and they said, okay, we'll let her expand a little bit, we'll let her cancel off of just about any button that she wants to, so that flamethrower and the laser, something new this patch, and it gives Launcher just such stifling pressure options and combo options like you see in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because like zoners in this game, in any just other fighting game, zoners kind of just have to zone out, play a little cautious. But in this type of game, it makes more sense that she's able to route into these hefty combos very consistently. She has to be just as flashy as everyone else is on the cast to really work well. And it does pay off in this iteration of her. But Genesis very quickly finding ways to put on holy files, able to keep things locked down with the Wheel of Death. Good DP reversal though from Bored-erlands.
With that, Bored-erlands gonna set Genesis back down where he wants them. Full screen. You have to try and approach this menace of launcher, and that's the thing. That 4M is incredibly improved tool now. It is really good at baiting people to rolling forward against launcher and sealing it out just like that.
Yeah, despite all the new defensive options that we have now in DNF Duel, it's certainly become a little more tricky to use them against a character like Launcher. Slide into the DMs. Look at this. OTG is still able to carry, and coast to coast we go.
Taking him all the way, giving up the Oki for the extra corner carry. I like that from Bored-erlands, and continuing to punish Genesis's attempt to roll in. The nuke combo gets some extra damage for you. Thank you very much. Set up the grenade.
Yeah, I think that nuke combo was certainly well deserved, simply because we had very little damage to carry over to the corner, but better positioning for it. Nuke giving you that extra push that you needed to get that finish here, that second combo after a 3-touch game for Bored-erlands to take that round.
One of the key gripes of Launcher throughout the previous 2 patches of the game were that, she's relatively low damage, that, might be made up for by the fact that her neutral is so good, her pressure is so good, right?
Right.
But when she got new cancel options, she also got new combo options. We saw them on display there, rooting into the nuke, getting pickups off the grenade. And she can output just as much damage as a lot of the cast.
Very good for her, honestly. Like, I do really appreciate how they updated this character coming into it, because she definitely deserves some time to shine, and we're certainly seeing that here. The cannon corner carry one more time. Inquisitor going down in this corner, locked down with another nuke. Good roll, able to get the anti-air pickup and cross under to correct ourselves to go for the west side of this screen.
Bored-erlands wanted to hold him down in place with the laser from the skies, and Genesis was not having any of it. Finally found a roll after several that did not work out, and is able to avoid the second nuke and punish Bored-erlands' attempt to disrespect their offense.
Look at that. That was a cinematic finish if I ever saw one. Like, we weren't hitting all the way down. It's the final hit that mattered the most. Beautiful stuff there for Genesis to steal back that round.
Time, Bored-erlands continuing to press that 2A. Great defensive button from Launcher, and working wonders as they've got Genesis in the corner. They're applying the pressure, the 4M to keep them there, the grenade. How do you get out?
Yeah, every single time. If you're not paying enough attention, that grenade was sitting right in front of Genesis each time, which is the reason why we weren't seeing consistent rollouts. Wasn't seeing any sort of reversal opportunity to kind of jump out. It was just having to find that one gap to get the forward roll, which we did succeed, but back to the corner. Bored-erlands on a small overspend. Oh, but the throw, the hesitation from Genesis spells disaster. A perfect round here for Bored-erlands.
Bored-erlands just continuing to toss Genesis over to the corner, and then back up, toss a grenade, and now you have to commit to something risky to get at me.
On top of grenade though. See, don't forget it, because that is that safety net. Yes, I did a slide. Yes, it can mean your turn right after, but if you get a little too antsy while I'm blocking, explosion, I could potentially route right after. Good DP to push back to the corner. Good roll from Genesis, but you're still getting called out by Bored-erlands.
Rolling is such a dangerous commitment when the opponent has conversion. If they see it, they can cancel out of anything, punish you for it, as Bored-erlands just did. And with that, the run-up, Genesis attempting to take their turn, but Bored-erlands did not leave a gap.
Yeah, very difficult to try to course through here. I mean, Genesis does have a lot of great steps with Inquisitor, and Bored-erlands is definitely covering that ground with that grenade right in front of Genesis. Again, you could do that command dash if you want to try to close the gap and go for the Helm Splitter if you wanted to. But the problem is there's so much on the screen in terms of projectiles here. That jump was fantastic. But now, IS trying to save yourself a little bit of extra chip damage away here. Does get file out, but not going to connect because they already got hit by Bored-erlands. Full screen situation here.
5 AA from launcher. You never expect how long it is. Genesis thinking, oh, surely he can't press a fast button when he's in that awkward mid-range. But no, Bored-erlands knows his ranges. He knows where he can challenge.
It was a very good guard cancel. It got through the grenade explosion because Bored-erlands was trying to push back to make sure Genesis had to block anyways. But the invincibility with that guard cancel really helped save things. But Bored-erlands looking to seal it out. One more interaction is all that we need. A single touch. Genesis is awakened too because we can't get a 50% kill. Okay.
I was about to say, ironically, it was a one-touch game for both sides. Inquisitor's damage, especially in Awakening, is through the roof.
Yeah.
But Bored-erlands consistently finding the openings, finding those snipes with the 5M laser.
Yeah, it literally was odd. I was about to hype up Genesis and suddenly gun is all that we need to shut it down.
Why are you trying to go full screen when I just got this laser? Come on, man. This is my zone. This is my zone here.
I'm a launcher. I launch you with bazookas, bombs, grenade launchers, beams, shotguns.
The Extruder is the last one to do it, pulling out the sun, taking us 3-0.
And Taco versus Axe-chan, and you were talking about off stream. It seems like some of these troubleshooter players are leaving the troubleshooter works and now heading over to Monk. We'll see how this plays out because look, we got Battle Mage, the two latest characters to join us here in the cast of DNF Duel.
Yeah, Taco had not been a player who's been active super recently. You know, after Troubleshooter was kind of shot in the foot for his past transgressions, Taco was taking a bit of a break. Now that Monk is back, we get to see one of the most dominant players in DNF Duel prior stepping back up to the plate and looking clean as ever.
Yes. Stagger pressure here. Battle Mage was a character you didn't get to see a whole lot at the last couple of events here. Like Frosty Fossils, I don't recall seeing too many Battle Mages there. But the rest of the cast still very much showing up. With Monk out on the scene, we do have that sway back here. We do have a quick little thrust punch if you go for the step dash as well. Again, like, if you are familiar with Persona, look back at Akihiko. Some very similar functionality here. Obviously no Persona to support you, but a lot of the moves are very similar.
Good to see much of that Monk gameplay this round. It's been all Axe-chan, but just at the pivotal moment, Axe-chan dropping their combo ender. They could have had the super, and Taco was immediately ready. Sway into the M follow-up. Get out of my skies.
Second one for TNS in here. There's the Rekka series. Upper to continue the comp. Already? Wait a minute. Stop it. This character's dead. Look, I've seen the tweets, okay? It's insane. Like, the damage output of Monk is insane outside of Awakening. Look at already where we're at. With a full meter spend here on the first interaction of the game, you're already down to about 25-30% health left over.
It's exacerbated by the fact that Battle Mage is one of the lowest health characters in the game at, I believe, 930. When you pair a character with not a whole lot of health against a character who can absolutely hit like a freight train, especially off that dash into S starter.
Yes. Yeah, it's the 6S into 5A or even B. Like, he's got a couple options into going for that from that step dash. You can go for a quick straight or the uppercut or an anterior course correct there, and even just another S to have the slower, but you do get like plus frames on that follow up even. Like, this character has so many tools. So many tools.
And one of the only characters in the game with standing overheads. Something that had been missing from DNF Duel for so long. Some of these characters don't even have overheads at all. And they're like, yo, we'll give Monk. We'll give Monk a little something.
Yeah, Monk gets some of that action here. I mean, the way he's grounded, though, kind of makes sense to give that, because you're probably not going to see Monk go for too many jumping options. Like, jump A and B are very nice, but also JS that we've seen is a great one because it does get that frame trap pressure. There's conversion, too, to bring it back down.
Axe-chan trying to guard cancel out, trying to save themselves one more opportunity, but Taco was very respectful, keeping his pressure short, baiting it out, and we're going almost definitely to the Inquisitor for Axe-chan.
I think that's a fair pull out here. Inquisitor can definitely kind of keep up with the step dashing. Obviously, Inquisitor can have a step dash of her own, but also that additional damage opportunity you can look for when you apply a Holy File. Once that Holy Water drops on, you can get that additional damage explosion with the fire moves on top of it. We'll see if that becomes a factor here for Axe-chan going up against Taco's Monk.
Axe-chan also just been playing Inquisitor for much longer. So the character that he played before he came out. Been having great results in the character. Got third at Frosty Faustings, rocking that Inquisitor the whole way. And you can see already the effectiveness that swap has provided.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Still oiled up. Oh, trying to go for the cancel. The roll does get punished here. An unfortunate interaction for both sides, really, but Taco able to come out on top of the scramble. Nice JS, bring it right back down.
Taco showing off the Monk Gold Cube shenanigans.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, Gold Cube allows you to cancel any move into either his duck or his sway, the command dash forward and back. And utilizing that for a free coast to coast to get the combo on the instant overhead as well. Taco, for this character being out for like 3 days, is piloting him masterfully.
It's so much of that familiarity. Again, some of the freedom from DNF Duel allows you to kind of think, if you can think of it, you can probably combo into it. It's just a matter of execution at that point. And Monk's versatility with a lot of these specials is going to help to course correct into additional routes into corner situations. The damage, it's just the icing on the cake for this character alone.
Certainly is, and that icing tastes so sweet. Taco now converting himself into Gold Cube, frame trapping Axe-chan off of the command dash S.
+5 scenario. Axe-chan probably not quite familiar with the frame data quite yet. The tech out does catch the 2A whiff with a DP. That's unfortunate. You know, go for a safe fast button to try to check the opponent, and you still get caught anyways.
Oh my goodness, round start dash straight attempt from Taco, gets caught by the Molotov a second time. Axe-chan been using that superior neutral of Inquisitors to such great effect, utilizing those long buttons, utilizing the retreat with the Molotov to catch unsafe approaches, and now has Taco in the corner.
Oh, open up with that, that mid-range button there from Axe-chan. Damage output with 100 meter available to your arsenal. Let's go reset though in the corner. One touch is all that we're looking for. We just put Taco into an awakening state. That's probably why we saw the full stop.
Yeah, you have to be careful here. Immediate command dash out of the corner. This damage is going to be massive. Taco has Gold Cube. Guaranteed 200 damage at the end of a combo. Not going to opt to go for the kill. Needs one more. The armor DP'd through. Axe-chan staying alive.
Fraud, you said it. TOD time. I thought we were on the cusp of it. Surely we were right there, because alone, we've seen the Twitter clips, you are capable of about 80% without awakening. So being able to put yourself into awakening here in that scenario should have been a TOD situation, but unfortunately Taco opting out early.
Best punishes. Doing a good job of driving Axe-chan to the corner. The Inquisitor tool that we hype up so much, that JM putting in work for Axe-chan. They're taking to the skies. That's the second time. Taco's trying to use that backsway on defense. It's invulnerable, but not frame one, and keeps getting stuffed out of it.
Yeah, a lot of these lows coming out from Axe-chan. Oh my god, the JM! Oh my goodness.
Taco's matching. Taco does not want to be in that corner. Taco was trying everything, and Axe-chan was just not giving it to him.
Going to this round two, see how we do. Nice! Got a thrust punch with the back step. Big swing! Oh man.
Oh my goodness. That M follow-up off of the sway represented again. Axe-chan blocking it properly. That is an overhead, but Taco is not dissuaded.
The blocks, pull back here. Voice the explosion does get that nice little uppercut there.
And their best outspacing Taco. That's one of the great benefits of switching to Inquisitor, is those neutral buttons of hers are just so effective. You can see that 5A just outspacing Monk consistently. He has to be so much closer to her than she does to him. Well,
goodness.
Well.
The chopping hammer right here. That's the backsway M.
Yeah, it's such an incredibly potent tool, which is why Taco keeps trying to represent it. You see him going for that backsway time and time again. Often not working out, but when it does, it is such a potent starter. It does so much damage up front as well. Let Taco seal out that round.
Jesus, a quick backsway right into the M special one more time here. Corner carry, goes for reset though. A little unsure of the pickup there, and I don't think 2B would have been able to pick up. It's a little bit slower there. But we do get the rising upper here one more time to finish. 3-1 victory. I've never seen this.
Is this guy allowed? Where did he come from?
Who
let him in? Where did he come from?
But yes, Lost Warrior. I love that they set this up here, that if you haven't unlocked Lost Warrior, you just have to not know who he is.
Yo, Taco called him Locked Warrior. I'm taking that. Thank you for that. That's mine now. I'm stealing it. And Table already stealing a quick anti-air and a lot of Hubert's health bar. Anti-airs are Lost Warriors bread and butter, and you're seeing why now. Hubert trying to jump at Table, and they are having none of it. Already pulling out the time stop.
That was a very quick stock up here. Just a complete control from Table. And it's off of very quick anti-airs, quick mid-screen interactions. Good backstep from Table. Nice. One being applied, two of them applied here. 3, 2 more, and it's a full time stop for Hubert here.
Going into that Lost Warrior routing, usually ending with the JM, so you can get that extra stack and the hard knockdown. Now 4 stacks on Table, but Hubert is finally in the driver's seat. And Berserker can certainly take advantage of it when he's there. Those resets that we know Hubert for are always hot and ready. Go into the super.
Yeah, that was tragic. That's always the dangerous game that you play against Berserker. Putting Berserker anywhere near Awakening state is a problem. And Berserker is already playing the game so differently than the rest of the cast, you know, simply because of the fact that Berserker can put themselves into an Awakening state. It's that high risk but very high reward situation for the character. But once you put Berserker in Awakening, that means the tables can turn. You can heal yourself by hitting the opponent when you go into a frenzy state, and Table wants to prevent that as much as they can.
You're talking about the tables turning, and the table is turning up the heat in this round. Looking at the time stocks, they've already got 4 on Hubert. Reaction DP on the 4M. You are not getting that last one. I'm chasing you down. This is surely gonna be it. Oop. As I say that, there's another chance. Pressure with the 6M. Hubert wanted to press a button, but Table's maneuverability around the screen was just too much.
Yeah, it's we saw that in that first initial round. The mobility of Table utilizing Lost Warrior is, you know, very difficult to pin down. I think that's going to be important in this matchup against Berserker, because you're not going to get called out by the quick conversion overhead that we see time and time again. This anti-air, just run up 5A. Good stuff.
It's really just being the linchpin in Table's game plan. And every time Hubert wants to go for something, because you know, Berserker traditionally has incredibly strong air options, especially against tall characters, can have some mix-ups, and Table has been denying it every time.
All right, conversion, still your turn. And with the Awakening state here, we're waiting for a couple more hits before we spend it. If we can kill here, now we got it.
Into the super. There we go. The super that we've seen time and time again. So we don't quite get it as much this patch as we did in the Grand Balance patch when the Berserkers were all the way out here, ending every single round with a super. But you know it. You love it.
Just the one. Feature length combos, you're right. Berserker can keep it going. Nice, JP.
Keeping it going all the way to the corner. hoping to use that white life. I know HUEBERT gonna go for a reset here. Goes for the 2S. Not sure that was what he wanted, but regardless, the pressure continues. Guard cancel made it. You mentioned that strength of Berserker, able to, even on offense, keep himself with white life, keep himself able to react to defensive options. HUEBERT is the king of that.
Berserker hitboxes are accurate to the original game. You're just getting a taste of the first Berserker, a game that's soon to come out here. So another DFO property getting a little bit of love here.
Just a taste. We're gonna preview of the gameplay, right?
Yeah, you know, it's something like this, almost. Just maybe not as many. I'm curious what they do with that. That's gonna be so fun to see. Anyway, 50% life lead for Table right now. Into exhaustion we go, so it'll be a little bit of time before we recover, but 4 stocks. Anti-air.
The 5M whiffs. The tracking on Table's mana skill not panning out for them, unfortunately letting them down at the critical moment when they would have had the time stop. The instant overhead from HUEBERT. Berserker mix-ups on tall characters are not something to forget about.
I was gonna say, Hippo, you don't even have to ask this question. It's Berserker. If it's anywhere near 30 hits and the opponent has anything less than 75% health, character dies. It's over.
It's a Berserker combo? Yeah, they're dead. They're dead.
Did they lose health at the start of the match? Oh, yeah, they did? Oh, no. Berserker is killing you.
Oh, buddy, that's tough. Table trying to get their way in, denying the bloody vortex from HUEBERT as he wanted those plus frames, and Table just said no thank you.
Yeah, very quick poke here from Table. Dash up 5A. Oh my goodness, what a counter hit from HUEBERT, able to get the full quarter pickup.
They have a mix-up opportunity, spending the white life to get into Awakening, but this time Table was ready, rolling away from the reset, and able to steal out the round. One of the dangerous things, though, about representing roll in that situation, now HUEBERT knows. HUEBERT knows that you know that you can roll. So he can start representing command grab.
That is true, actually. But that's one thing that we've not seen yet from HUEBERT at all in this set. It's one extra tool that we did see kind of early on at the outset, but I think over time, HUEBERT has definitely stuck with layer 1 on Berserker, and then would let you try to figure, oh my god, that DP, try to figure out how to get out of the sequence, and when you do find that discovery, HUEBERT changes up, as a good player should, but Table with the strong adjustment here, still recovering after that DP interaction, does succeed. And that's scary because you were put in a corner situation against Berserker and were still able to fight your way out.
Table changing up the defensive options. It's one of the strengths of Lost Warrior is that, you know, he has a parry, so he can parry mids and overheads frame 1. But if you choose to go low, he has that JM that you see right there that can low crush so easily. And it leads to incredible reward. We're talking like 50-70% off of that JM starter. Table showing us right there why you have to be a little bit wary when you're trying to pressure Lost Warrior in the corner. And they're ISing for dear life. This time HUEBERT not able to convert and block it. They whiffed a button and Table takes advantage. 5M conversion, the Lost Warrior Classic. I want in. I want this round. I want to go next.
Jeez. All right. Swords coming through. Nice anti-air again. These dash ups from Table. Wow. What in a bar right here. I think that was the 5B starter from Berserker there. Far range poke.
Able to get that corner pressure in. Convert to keep it up. This time Table trying the parry, knowing that they showed the JM before. Maybe HUEBERT will try something different, but Table this time able to weather the storm, block the instant overhead, get out of the corner, and find the opening to take the set 3-1 over HUEBERT.
My goodness. Blue is a shade of green, you know, it
just a couple degrees removed, you know.
Right.
Getting into the game. Bluelinkys rocking the Swiftmaster. Something I didn't quite expect as they've been on the Inquisitor train pretty much since like CEO Taku last year. And GoneMad sticking with the Spectre for themselves.
Yeah, one of the new characters that got introduced with this latest character pass here, the first one to show up, and she's also been quite the threat of a character here. All the new characters fitting in pretty well compared to the original cast.
Able to definitely enforce their strengths, just like many of the previous characters. Spectre, you mentioned, being no different. One of the weaknesses, though, is the defense that Bluelinkys is exploiting right now. GoneMad rocking out Spectre, who has a parry instead of an invincible DP. She has low health, low guard bar, and can be pressured to no end on defense. Bluelinkys found it and took our first round with almost perfect.
Goodness, yeah, Swiftmaster has not changed all that much compared to the original iteration. Couple light touches here and there, but the game plan for Bluelinkys still remains the same. GoneMad, of course, does have a lot of aerial navigation with Spectre. Does kind of help things to approach, but once this orb is up, it's difficult to make that approach, so you can still get pulled right back to the orb's position.
One of the things of Bluelinkys neutral, he likes to just back up, either do one of like three things: put down the belt, put down the orb, or throw that storm strike that goes just about full screen. GoneMad has done a good job of this time of navigating it. Bluelinkys playing very slow, unwilling to challenge until now. Finds the DP, gold cube gives you the combo, you have that extra 200 damage. This is surely the game for Bluelinkys.
That is so unfortunate. Very smart call out here from Bluelinkys after that DP, because you got the pushback, and then right into orb we go to pull the opponent right back in to get the cross under to guarantee our corner position, to guarantee the kill, because it was a single touch into death on both sides, and GoneMad was really putting in work. I do like that we're able to interrupt that Gucci belt. I wasn't aware that Spectre actually had that reach on there, so that's really cool to see that we do have a tool to kind of contend against that Gucci belt from Bluelinkys, which we see time and time again. I apply belt, I dash up, I start whooping.
This time the belt not coming out. All he needs is the orb, and we're seeing the same whooping regardless. The corner pressure just does not stop. Bluelinkys trying or getting a successful anti-air on GoneMad's attempt to get out of the corner. Especially with last order, we're back in.
Look how far we're sitting in the sweet spot here, awaiting some sort of reaction for GoneMad, but we're able to interrupt each and every time here.
This has been just a really back and forth from both players. Bluelinkys being an incredibly patient player traditionally, and GoneMad is kind of taking advantage of it. Spectre can be things tricky with the way she can change her aerial movement. We saw like there going empty jump low with the wire hook down, using that JM again to alter the trajectory, catch Bluelinkys thinking that she was going all the way over the left side. Keep them on their toes. When you're a reactionary player like Bluelinkys, that can be hard to deal with.
Yeah. Right, full screen scenario, both getting all the time in the world to react just in case.
Daredevil install. GoneMad has access to that last order, that massive slash that we've seen a couple times, and doesn't need to use it quite yet as the roll gets punished. We get the corner positioning, and GoneMad already taken 50%.
Their install on top of it, good throw. One touch away from victory. Okay. But Awakening activated here for Bluelinkys. We'll see a coast-to-coast carry. Oh, actually, we're just going to route into big damage because we got that orb set up just outside of Awakening for GoneMad. So one touch is all that Bluelinkys needs right now. Cut it short for that reason.
He found the one touch that he needed. We've seen those gold cube reversals. Bluelinkys has no qualms with letting them fly. When he's down on his last legs, he is betting that you're not gonna respect it. So far, been right almost every time.
And it was a purposeful stop from GoneMad. GoneMad did everything within their power to make sure that Bluelinkys didn't go into Awakening until we were ready for kill. And unfortunately, that single stray hit that Bluelinkys had taken, or even just a block to put on that scratch damage, like that just makes life all the more difficult here for GoneMad. All right, so 50%. Put ourselves in Awakening, but the tornado does connect here. Tries to navigate out of it.
Oh, you see GoneMad was in the air, flailing about and saying, please, someone get me away from this orb. There's a tornado coming and I don't want anything to do with it. And no matter what he tried, that wind orb kept on dragging him back. Bluelinkys using it to take the second game, and we got character select from GoneMad.
See what we swap over to again. We talked about whether it be Inquisitor or whether it be Ghostblade. Ghostblade seems to have a lot of work. I mean, we definitely see a lot from GoneMad in terms of the Ghostblade, but things have changed across the board. You know, GoneMad is, of course, one of the veteran players of DNF Duel, so it's quite possible we have more characters in our arsenal besides those 3 in particular. The Spectre, though, just wanted a moment, okay.
Opting, I think last game GoneMad had the gold cube on the Spectre, giving him that permanent install growth 30%. Yeah. This time, opting to change it up, going for the clear cube, gives Spectre a little bit extra move speed, a little bit extra damage, which will maybe allow GoneMad to skip that 30% awakening that has been giving him so much trouble in the set so far.
No, it was actually, GoneMad had the 50% cube either way. Like, in the last game, we had the 50% still, which is why we had a little bit earlier in that last round to pop it, but it's just not working out here in terms of the damage output for Bluelinkys. You're right, though. It's interesting, actually, because we got the switch to the gold. No, we were already in gold. I'm getting mixed on the whole cubes. The cubes are the same, folks.
This damage also is the same as we've been seeing this entire set. Bluelinkys taking like half of GoneMad's health. He tried to do something on Wake Up, and that might be the other half.
Coast to coast, got the OTG to finish this out. Bluelinkys is on set point.
On set, but you said Bluelinkys was a Megalodon, and folks, I hope you understand why that is the case. Been competing at such a high level with Swiftmaster, been representing that character to such great effect, and this is the masterful game plan that we have come to know from. Doing a good job of just keeping Bluelinkys way out of his effective range. Spectre, keep you at an arm and a half's length. Make sure that you cannot get in without taking a risk. But when GoneMad left a hole, Bluelinkys found it. He's in there.
Storm here to lock down that corner. Cool trade. Works out in the favor of GoneMad, though, to at least get out of the corner. Do have install available. Awakening helps, though, but both one touch away again. I mean, it's safe to say you're oh no, that's the worst. You're stuck in the air, you want a moment to land, and you can't because the threat of Bluelinkys is imminent, and the victory going to Bluelinkys.
GoneMad saw the Gucci belt on that Swiftmaster and said, nah, nope. No, thank you. I'm just going to be zipping across until that wears off. I'll give you your time to get another locked warrior. Also getting the Brawler, who we haven't seen since that round 1.
Yeah.
Been representing that character very heavily. Going about 50-50 at this point with Brawler and Dragon Knight. This one, opting for the Brawler.
See how this plays out. Again, that mid-screen range, I think it's going to be helpful against Lost Warrior. Lost Warrior is kind of one of those characters that, you know, early on didn't really see a lot of representations. He's difficult to kind of course correct with, and you know, a lot of those types of characters that seemed difficult to play, or at least was not as strong as the rest of the cast, got a lot of love towards the end of this patch here. But Brawler can be a little bit overwhelming for Lost Warrior here.
Yeah, Brawler is able to outbox Lost Warrior in quite a few scenarios. Has faster buttons at that close range. Is able to deal with a lot of Lost Warrior's funky tools. We saw like the 4M getting anti-aired by the cave-in earlier. Things like that. GrayCape, though, not without his opportunities to get in, already spending the time stop on a combo that was that scaled.
You're on the cusp of victory if you're lupro. Doing everything we can. This full screen range, and so is GrayCapedHero with the big counter hit. That's just fortunate timing there for GrayCape.
Yeah, I think lupro pressed conversion before one of the swords hit him. He got stuck in that conversion recovery and unfortunately couldn't block the last sword. GrayCape, they're able to take advantage of that roll out of the corner from lupro. That cave in again, trying to anti-air Lost Warrior, trying to get him to sit down for a second. It hasn't worked so far. GrayCape is keeping up the offensive.
All right. Yeah, it says, you know what, fine, I'll just go for a quick overhead here. Damage over time applied. Still blocking, does wear off here. Does get opened up, though. lupro in trouble.
And GrayCape converting himself into Awakening, won't be able to find the time stop, but the 4M into Super doesn't connect! lupro gets another chance at life still after the throw.
Too high up in the sky for that one. Lost Warrior does succeed, though. Still able to turn it around. Doesn't let it bother you too much.
Not phased at all. When Lost Warrior is full screen against Brawler, he is killing. Brawler didn't really have any options to punish that 6S orb that we saw end the round there. So he can take his time. He can do whatever he wants. And he can find those same anti-airs that we were seeing Lost Warrior represent in the previous set on stream. Anytime you're in the air against Lost Warrior, that is a risk, and he can punish you massively.
Yeah, we just saw that great pickup right there. An extra air time to go for the teleport to avoid the barrels. Still maintain pressure because we applied the fireball over the armor on anti-air. Bringing down the house is lupro right now.
The barrels into the Oki. You gotta block this barrel. The guard damage on GrayCapedHero already racking up. Not lethal yet, but a 2S starter combo surely will be.
Yeah, we can wrap this up with the Awakening here. Good finish for lupro.
Once you got GrayCape in that corner, you can see why Brawler is able to exert such overwhelming pressure against Lost Warrior. Be able to box very well in that close range, able to stop him from moving. GrayCape, though, having the reactions on the cave-in, my guy.
Very good stuff here. Yeah, normally Lost Warrior kind of gets in trouble when they're bullied in a corner situation. Reversal opportunity isn't as great as like other characters would have, so he can get bullied fairly well. Ooh, that's rare. We usually don't see the hit grab very often anymore from Lost Warrior, but that working out.
Using it in a bit of a unique way to anti-air lupro's JM recovery and find a perfect. That 6S is such a good starter. We don't see it that much, like you mentioned, but when it does come out, it can be lethal.
Yeah, it used to be much more prevalent earlier on in the game, simply because people didn't really know how to handle it. And over time, we kind of figured the defensive game against Lost Warrior. And that's when the narrative turned into, well, Lost Warrior just might not be as good as some other characters that we saw very frequently here. Notice no Hitman yet, right? So Lost Warrior's still able to fight back, hold this corner position, and go toe-to-toe against Brawler. It's truly impressive.
Speaking of toes, lupro is sliding all over the GrayCapedHero. That 2S, you can see it's the cornerstone of the pressure, the combos as well. Slide to the right, slide to the left, GrayCape rolling out.
Goodness. Okay, that's a game for lupro, tying it all up.
Brawler's reversal options are so excellent because of how varied they are.
Yeah.
We see like 80% of the time, right? lupro is pulling out that cave-in. It has very quick armor. It has an incredibly generous hitbox. You get a combo off of it. But when that's not quite enough, when you need immediate invincibility, he's got that.
It's true. It's true. You have a couple options there that are difficult to deal with because you're playing that 50-50 guessing game of what the wake up will be, right? So you have to see it right there on top of barrels, and we call out teleport with the cave-in. Like, great anti-air options for this character.
Is the king. Well, the prince maybe, as we have the king Lost Warrior on the other side. The prince of keeping people out of the skies.
I think. Nope, not quite. Just he's there. It's OTG. I was gonna say like it should be enough, but after that finisher, I wasn't quite sure. We do got OTG option available. Oh, the armor.
One of the things that GrayCape has optimized so well with this character is just stretching his combos out such that he's able to have enough mana whenever he needs it. If he can get that 1 mana to use a combo ender, use that JM at the end of a combo, he'll find it. 1 mana to get that OTG, he's got it.
So what's there? So the block's done just under 50% on guard gauge. Tries to threaten with bringing down the house one more time here and does succeed. I'm so sorry, GrayCapedHero. That will do for you here in this round.
Hey, if it doesn't work the first time, if it doesn't work the second time, why not throw out maybe 2 more, just for good measure. The cave-in continuing to put in work. GrayCape trying to sneak past the barrels, but you cannot pass.
They come in 3s. 3 barrels, full defense. You're bound to get hit by one of them. And it's crazy how it changes the interaction entirely. You're goading the opponent to make that reaction to try to close the gap because, yeah, there's some recovery time there, but 3 barrels keeps Brawler safe. Snap at the fingers, good teleport with the armor. I baited you into it. It was a trap all along. Maybe you should have just held the block button on the ground.
He wasn't able to finish the confirm, but why not? Cancel into the spin. You have armor. At the very least, you keep yourself safe at best. GrayCapedHero attempts to challenge on Wake Up with a desperation mash, and lupro had all of his bases covered.
It's so tragic. And I say, like, stay grounded and block the barrels, but even then, that's not necessarily an option because you are in a bad position having to block against those barrels to give room for Brawler to approach. And maybe the bet is that if you do end up blocking those barrels, that lupro does spend on the DP. And if they spend DP, you're nowhere near to be found. That does give you room to run up, but we can think about forcing lupro to spend a conversion and remain safe.
Spend a conversion right there, not to remain safe, but to attempt a mix-up. GrayCape rolling out of it deftly and able to find the time stop. Doesn't have Awakening though, and this combo is heavily scaled, so he'll need one more. The safe jump connects, lupro again letting the reversal fly.
50% lead here. There are the barrels coming through. Just a single one. Nice roll from Gray.
Barrel's something you gotta deal with. Cave in again, and lupro continues to find the pickups of GrayCape's challenge. Whenever lupro drops a combo, GrayCape wants to press a button, but lupro keeps it tight.
It's so unfortunate here. Lupro once again taking the W, and it's every single time barrel, and you have to try to guess out of this situation because barreling down from full screen is lupro with the approach. And GrayCape keeps opting for a jump out and still gets caved in on. Yo, the conversion! Yo, the armored cancel and still able to steal the turn. Brawler's a problem.
Brawler's tools with that armor are incredibly potent. Once people kind of figured out the conversion shenanigans with that, oh, Brawler stocks were going through the roof.
Indeed.
How GrayCapedHero doing his best job of just going back full screen, stopping lupro from approaching, keeping the combo short so you can go into the time stop without much scaling.
Oh, interesting. Try to go for a trip guard there. The throw, good recognition on the DP coming out from lupro. They're bringing down the house there. So tied up in rounds. It's the last shot for GrayCapedHero if we want to go into game 5. Good back roll.
Back in full screen, GrayCape trying to challenge after the jump S, but you know the Venom Mine is there. lupro is never getting to jump in without it, and has not found a cave in the last couple interactions. The last one got thrown, that one got 5M through. GrayCape is finding the answer. Set up the barrels, combo into him, get that extra damage, drops it though, and this time GrayCape is able to confirm.
Yeah, I think he dropped it in the last game as well, but was still able to clean it up. GrayCapedHero awake at the wheel this time, now looking for it. Oh, jumping, but no confirm.
Didn't believe the set on a knife's edge. lupro lets it rip, bringing down the house. And bringing GrayCapedHero down to loser's bracket with a 3-1.
My goodness.
When in doubt. Side of top 8, excuse me.
Yes, yes.
GoldenEye rocking the Ranger. We've seen put in such great results of that character all throughout the past year leading up to now. Got second at Frosty Faustings. And has just been dominating the online weeklies of that Ranger.
Only 699. What's only 699? Taco, the character. First it was. You had a different name the last time you were up here. I forgot what it was. It was something like Jesus Strength or something like that. Now it's only 699. For the character? That 699 you're getting killed for. Gains for Jesus is what it was.
And 699 is not putting in a whole lot of work. GoldenEye with the free 99. That's 60% off character even. Keeping Taco locked down in this corner. The Ranger Oki that we've come to know so often. Guard canceled out of, but you are not free.
Yeah, that grenade was sitting here. Scud, Genocide, and all. Even... Oh man, Hunting Hawk is such a problem here for Monk, it seems like, because we did try to go for that guard cancel there. And still, that grenade keeping things safe for GoldenEye. We are stuck in the corner. Nice JS.
This is GoldenEye trying to mash out, but hey, when a 2A doesn't work, surely a reversal will. A Gunhawk thrown out, catching Taco, attempting to run away, and now we're in a familiar position.
Decide to get the crumple state.
Back in the corner, set up the grenade for the Oki, guess for the game. Guard cancel out. This time he's safe, but still on lockdown. Still serving a sentence in that corner, and the guard bar is draining.
Yeah, just keep firing away. As long as I have mana, I'm safe up here. Just keep firing and hope the worst happens to you.
Oh man, when you're a Monk, you know, Monk having a very generally horizontal, but also kind of short range normals. If Ranger is just sitting there hovering above you, raining down bullets on your head, you're just like, help, help,
Yeah.
what do I do? Do I roll? Do I risk it? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, because certainly ducking upper is not going to work out for you. The second upper not going to work out. They are, you know, kind of right in front of Monk, but one of those does require the dash command to even get out for that anti-air. So it's kind of just tough to get out of that situation, it seems like.
Yeah, Taco, so far in this set, has shown a very little success in getting out of that situation. We're seeing it lined up again. GoldenEye doesn't have quite enough mana for the kill, but run up throw on the Oki. Taco staying locked down. You saw the threat of it, how he got punished for trying to get out before. This time, also taking advantage of the defensive nature.
Try to go for the Rekka starter. Opened up a little bit too early there, so we got the crumple state. GoldenEye going to take advantage of it.
Familiar scene. Grenades down. How do you respond, Taco? You got to try something or your guard bar is in danger. That one, not going to work out. Don't worry. You get another chance.
Oh, while falling, that was a tough, fuzzy situation there for Taco. I'm going to get the guard cancel out, though.
That full screen situation with the guard cancel put GoldenEye at is just not advantageous for Taco. Was not able to gain any ground afterwards, and GoldenEye has been making this set so quick, already up 2-0.
We'll see how we turn things around here in this next game. If anything, nice duck at round start, but Taco already giving up that turn. There's that upper we're looking for, but still too high in the air to pick it up. JS too far, calls out the command dash here from Taco.
Taco just trying to get an inch. That JS he's been representing so often to try and catch GoldenEye hitting 2A. Time not working out. He said, oh, I punished you for a 2A before. Surely you won't do it again, but GoldenEye, finger on the trigger.
But yeah, good awareness though from Taco to not keep pressing the issue. Remembering that grenade was right there. You got a moment of reprieve, but not enough to get out of that full corner.
Still stuck in it on lockdown with the grenade exploding in his face. The throw puts him on death's door, and the Scud genocide that has been plaguing him this whole set finds another game for Colton.
That was a JS startup, got interrupted by the 5A.
One guard cancel, keep the pressure going. That chopping hammer was not finding the mark, and Taco is not finding his way out of this corner. The 5A dash cancels are keeping the pressure so tight. You tried to sway, there wasn't a gap.
interesting, Cam calling out that if you get the projectile part of his 4 SM, it'll actually destroy the grenade. I did not know that. There's not a whole lot that interacts with those types of grenades either. I know troubleshooting grenade is going to be like normal projectile, this kills. But yeah, interesting, because that would mean that's the same case for launcher grenade then.
Yeah, some of those grenades are just so tricky to deal with. A few characters have something that can delete it. You're talking about that 4SM, you know, Brawler has like this random line that counts as a projectile. It can be so difficult to have that awareness in the moment to be ready to get rid of that grenade and press the issue.
And I think we tried it. It was just we were a little too far ahead of the grenade to blow it up there. So interesting call out from Taco.
Able to find the offensive this round. You can see it on GoldenEye's health bar. The health is looking rough for Taco, and the positioning. Oh boy. Guard break. Not quite. Takes the hit.
At what cost here?
Pop.
Yeah, that should be it. We were just underneath the point where it should kill here.
That extra 15% damage from the Ranger Awakening debuff could be it. No, he lives.
Okay.
Monk is beefy, but not beefy enough to survive the 5A afterwards. GoldenEye continuing.
I think it's definitely going to be that first knockdown game between these two. Who gets it? And honestly, between the two, if you're Inquisitor, you're hoping to get that first knockdown, because in my mind, that Oki game from Brawler is significantly worse than the Oki game from Inquisitor, hands down, because then you have to play against not only just barrel setup, but also armor up with the bringing down the house. We still have that opportunity on Wake Up, but at the very least, you have to play by your own rules to get that initial knockdown. As Inquisitor, nice opener starting things off here from Bluelinkys.
Got that initial knockdown that you were talking about, but unfortunately, the second interaction afterwards not quite going Blue's way. We're getting a little bit custom with the combos on the barrels, but hey, whatever works to keep the health bar draining and keep Bluelinkys in the corner is good for me.
Absolutely. Damage over time here. Good guard cancel out. Does have the awakening buffs. Ooh, okay, Wheel of Death trying to chip away here. While we're in exhaustion, that's a good push from Bluelinkys. Oh, two, but didn't think it was going to confirm. We try to go for quick fire here while oiled up.
Lupro tried to hit the 4S needle spin, wanted to armor up while he had some white left to work with to convert out of a bad situation, but the startup just too slow. That wheel from Bluelinkys, or the JM from Bluelinkys, sniping out the startup. Very well done.
Get the connect, stops the run up from Lupro, and once again got that initial knockdown. Hopefully we can keep up that pressure again this time around. It did work out in the last round here for Bluelinkys. Barrels to kick things off, explodes them a little bit early.
Another set. Bluelinkys tried to roll through, but Lupro was ready. Didn't really commit to a big option after calling the barrels, so was ready to contest. We're both taken to the skies though, and this time Bluelinkys coming out on top.
Yeah, massive damage output thanks to the additional holy water being applied. But burning up one more time here. Last interaction, but the 2A interrupt from Lupro does build health back. We do have that great awakening, so we got to, oh my god, the challenge for Bluelinkys. And I'm not sure if Lupro intentionally dropped it there. I'm not 100% certain on what route path we could have taken there to keep the damage going, but I wonder if we just wanted to reset to hit confirm to guarantee our next touch would kill. But that is very brave here from Bluelinkys, just a 2-way interrupt.
He recognized the situation in which a drop from Lupro would not be advantageous for him and took advantage of it in the fullest.
Right.
Lupro just immediately afterwards said, okay, that's enough Brawler. I'm going back to the league.
Dragon Knight, also an excellent character choice. One that we got to see a little bit more of towards the end of, I guess, patch right before Spectre. We started seeing a little bit more, which was that giant balance patch that we got anyways.
Yeah, she's had some pretty favorable changes in that patch. although her representation continues to be relatively low.
Yeah, exactly.
That air dash that she is known for previously got extendo range and goes away faster. I'm sure we're going to see it at some point, but as well as other improvements to the character. But lupro has not really been able to show them off, as he's been having to block in this corner the whole time.
Excellent DP. Look at this momentum now from GrayCapedHero. I'm very unfamiliar with that one there. I didn't realize she had inertia properties with a lot of her movement. My God.
Oh yeah, that extra range while keeping the same total travel time makes it go so quick. You're zooming across the screen.
Yeah.
lupro is zooming to a round victory too.
You're not going to be able to reliably anti-air those interactions by any stretch of the imagination.
I remember when the patch first dropped, I was playing against lupro, and I got safe jump from half screen, and I was like, oh, I see. I understand.
Oof. Nice. Was able to get the extra holy water applied on top of it. So got a little damage boost because we're doing the fire ender. Nice guard cancel. The chase with the conversion here to stay safe.
lupro tried to take to the skies. We haven't really seen him represent that float much in this set, and that is example A of why not. You want to sit there and float in the skies for a little bit? Oh, okay. I'll just take up 90% of the airspace with the Inquisitor JM. I'll take that round. Thank you very much. That option from Bluelinkys, roll out of the corner into reversal, expecting lupro to try and challenge. Very well done. lupro is not deterred. He's keeping up the corner pressure. Damage still relatively low since there's no awakening for the Dragon Knight.
Right. Nice. Getting out of dodge, though, it was really important there. We only have 5 mana left. We don't want to put ourselves in an exhaustion. Bluelinkys going to get challenged full screen with a quick conversion.
5S sniping out Bluelinkys' attempt at running forward, taking him coast to coast all the way to the corner. Dragon for Oki punished the rollout attempt, but it's not quite enough to kill. Use 6 as pressure. I love that standard pressure sequence from Inquisitor is so effective. It spaces you out just enough for the wheels to be so effective, and lupro is just ISing for dear life, spending all of that health as white life to barely get out, and finds the 5S to seal out the game.
Holy smokes, that was critical. So for those that don't know, Indomitable Spirit, you're allowed to avoid taking guard damage by spending some of your health in terms of scratch damage. So instead of pushing back out with like a guard cancel, you're still locked in position, but you're building up scratch damage. That's potential damage over time. And if you were touched in that state, because of how low it went from lupro, you would have been dead. But you would have been dead if you didn't IS there. Because if you didn't IS, you would have guard broken, you would have been killed by Bluelinkys being able to take advantage of that combo.
lupro was working real hard to get a guard break in return. Took Bluelinkys down to that last little block of guard gauge until Blue finally found a way to bust out of that corner. Reversal from lupro stakes him. Keep him safe for the time being. Oh my goodness. What an air to air confirm. lupro was on it. lupro was ready.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, you tried to put me into a guard break situation. Let me return the favor. And Bluelinkys is certainly familiar in how to put people into a guard break situation to the point that we can just fight out of it ourselves.
That's one of the key points about Bluelinkys' style as a player. When he is under such duress, like that sequence where your guard gauge is almost done, he is not phased. His decision making entirely unchanged. He is still ready and composed to be looking for the optimal ways to get out and keep his turn going.
Oh my goodness. I mean, again, look at lupro putting on for that potential damage because he spent so much in Indomitable Spirit. But look at the risk. Look, one touch, you're dead. That's it. Such a shame.
He was using that Indomitable Spirit so liberally to avoid the interaction we saw in that first game, where Bluelinkys is able to use like the 6M and the 6M to space himself out and get a spaced, safe wheel. So lupro saw that and was like, okay, I'm going to adapt my game plan. His Indomitable Spirit also removes pushback on moves. So he wanted to keep Bluelinkys close so he couldn't get that free wheel. And in doing so, gave up half of his health in white life that Bluelinkys was eager to just chomp up.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody would. I see that much scratch damage on the table. I'm absolutely pressing the offensive even more. Like, why not? Because I'm not going to give it up. If you fail on your next interaction to try to interrupt my offensive pressure, I get rewarded immensely, and you have no recoverable health for that. Trying to spend so many resources there to just survive.
His hugely advantageous to push the envelope in that situation. Bluelinkys is a master at knowing when to do so. He's able to navigate the storm. lupro kind of fumbled to confirm a little bit, but did not fumble the anti-air. He's ready.
Yeah, absolutely ready. At the very tip of the anti-air, too. Honestly, Dragon Knight with the deceptively long reach with a lot of hurt normals. And even on some of the specials.
Yeah, that DP, such a good anti-air, covers quite a bit of the screen and is also one of the fastest reversals in the game. So you see Inquisitor going for that JM, trying to get in for free. You know, no thank you, I can stop that.
Yeah, I have sword normals, I'm okay.
Not sure if you're too okay though. Bluelinkys taking lupro all the way down to the corner. You can see any touch from this Inquisitor doing 50%, putting lupro into Awakening Threshold. The throw's taking it even lower. 3 will do it. Perfect for Bluelinkys.
Bluelinkys in complete control despite the character swap. And again, this is the dominance that Bluelinkys has showcased time and time again in each of these brackets. And what was crazy, it used to be Bluelinkys would play an alternative character until they got knocked into losers, and then swap over to Swiftmaster. But we're seeing that separate case here where Swiftmaster start going in Inquisitor for bad matchups, and Inquisitor is serving so well in this match against lupro.
It is absolutely putting in work. Against characters that are more fragile like Dragon Knight, Inquisitor will two-touch them off of just about anything. Her combo routes are so stable, so consistent, and net such high reward. DKs as well. Once she's in Awakening, things get tough.
Kansukai, thank you so much for the rating. Thank you so much for participating today in the bracket.
That's my goat, Kansukai. My Evo champion. Pro. Getting the Helm Splitter. So, take us to game 5 between these two Titans. And you were talking about the Swiftmaster earlier. Bluelinkys was rocking the Inquisitor. She did enough work. It might be time to see a reappearance.
Exactly, exactly. And sure enough, Swiftmaster comes out to play with Gold Cube out here. Tried and true method for Bluelinkys, and that's the tall order that you have to deal with, right? You chose that character initially to contend with the Brawler. You opted to try to survive with your own counter pick, but at the risk of Bluelinkys pulling the trigger on the main character, Swiftmaster.
Already, you can see the difference in game plan. Maybe catching lupro a bit unaware. Getting caught by the first 4S in the throw. Bluelinkys playing so much more patiently than he was on the Inquisitor.
All right. Already, we only gave a moment of pause there because we didn't have the mana to keep up. Yeah. That is all that saved lupro in that interaction. Otherwise, we're still pressuring here.
Yeah, lupro not taking a pause for lack of mana, but Bluelinkys finding an excellent opportunity to take his turn throughout the storm that is Dragon Knight's offense. The guard gauge is going low. Bluelinkys has to find a way to get out. Try as he might, though, will not succeed. lupro on the DK has been battling back in this set, finding himself on set point.
All right, nice gotcha grab here. Oh, but missed the follow-up there. Actually, you can't really get a whole lot to my recollection here off of that. Like, you can get maybe one more route to carry the corner.
You can get like a little bit of an extension, but it's not a whole lot after it's already been used. You just get just some extra credit, some extra corner carry. In this case, you get your opportunity to start your offense. Leaves blue with no white life, so he cannot get into Awakening.
That's a great one here. Just on the cusp of it. We'll see. Nice air-to-air. Bluelinkys with an excellent pickup thanks to that orb.
Setting down a new one for the Oki situation. This is when things get kind of dangerous for lupro. As the pressure can keep mounting, he can frame trap the conversion attempt with the jump M. And Bluelinkys switch to the Swiftmaster, gives him the tenacity he needs to take us to final game, final round.
Let's take it to the skies, of course, the air dash.
Look at this guard bar. Bluelinkys, where did your guard bar go?
It's a constant bombardment from the skies.
He was trying to avoid it. So aware. Lupro tried to jump away. He had the tornado set up already and just dragged her back down into it.
Bro here. Tries to go for the full shotgun blast, nothing doing. Ooh, converts right after the shoulder check here from Lupro. But this might be it. Bluelinkys, plenty of mana in their pocket.
One strike into the OTG will do it. Had plenty of mana and spent it.
Lost Warriors that we've seen in this bracket, and Lost Warriors seen the most representation I've seen in quite some time. This character has definitely made a great return, considering the initial outset of Lost Warrior players I could count on a single finger. That's it.
This is another character, just like Launcher, that he's squaring off against, who received quite a number of flexibility changes, I'll say, in the patches. He got a lot more, he got like an extra move added to him, that JS. He has a lot more cancel options, like he can jump cancel some of his moves on block. He can cancel into that JM freely as he wishes to. Things that make the character flow a lot more smoothly, and since then we've been seeing him represented more. That clear cube as well, giving him some much appreciated buffs at 50%, makes it a bit more consistent.
Yeah, no, that's a very great call out here, because these characters both needed that love, and certainly showing off in spades. 4 tomes available, and doesn't even need to stop time all that much, because the final hit, Table taking that first round.
Able to find the 4M from the skies, falling down on Bored-erlands. Back at full screen. That range is so awkward for both of these characters. It's the game of chicken, of who presses their full screen option first.
Yes, indeed. And I do like the IS options here from Bored-erlands. We're trying to get that full stop away from Table so we can try to steal a turn. If Table, you know, gets into a situation where they don't expect IS to show up, they expect it's still their turn, then it's an opportunity for Bored-erlands to try to interrupt. Look at the guard gauge even on top of it. So good stuff from Bored-erlands, trying to maintain all this pressure as we wait for the exhaustion to go away. I mean, that is a big amount of exhaustion that you had to deal with there.
Oh, and she was able to navigate it masterfully and find a run up to be clean up Bored-erlands. We got the time stop, but no time for flashy combos. We're going straight into the super.
Oh my gosh.
Table is an expert on weaving those 2B sweeps in when their opponents are not expecting them. Using it to great effect to catch people like walking back. If you know you think that, oh, Lost Warrior's pressure is centered around a lot of plus frames that he gets from 5A, 5AA, 5B, etc. They're expecting him to just like run up and like box with a mid, right? Slides in with that slow but incredibly long low. Sometimes pulls up with a throw like that as well.
Yeah, that throw just looks. Oh my. Okay, wait, we got the pickup, a third being applied.
That 5M starter from Lost Warrior leads to massive reward on hit. 4 time stocks and the 2B that we were talking about earlier, again finding a counter hit on Bored-erlands.
Yeah, that's a 2-touch game right there from Table, and just made all the worse because of initial anti-air opportunity there. Like just massive returns, like you said, from Table, being able to route that way. But We're looking at massive returns on deck here for Bored-erlands with this nuke Oki.
Gets the nuke into the combo, set up the grenade. That's one of Bored-erlands' favorite sequences to go into. You can keep the pressures plus, you can keep the plus frames up with the grenade afterwards. Table held it and immediately got out of there with the white life they had accrued.
Yes, and again, that's so critical for Bored-erlands here because it keeps the opponent so close. We try to roll back, but because of that, the 5B was still able to challenge.
And is able to capitalize on that challenge in a huge way. The knockdown doesn't quite, or the nuke doesn't quite hit as Bored-erlands would have wished, but still got the knockdown long enough to get the super OTG, but it is not enough damage.
Had the nuke hit, it would have been. That would have sealed the deal. And hopefully it doesn't weigh on you too much. It certainly shouldn't because you still got the W there, but that could have absolutely turned the tide. That could have been all that Table needed to really seal out a victory there, to steal one right back. Bored-erlands with a great 2A interrupt to start things off.
Taking us all the way to the corner. Extra combo with the extruder. Spends a little bit of mana, but you know, a little bit of damage can be worthwhile. Table 5M convert, the Lost Warrior classic. Once you've gotten some space and you have that neutral skip in there, why not slide on it? Pick up off the teleport. One of those tools that Table has been representing so often. Bored-erlands can to exert this horizontal pressure, and Table teleports over it, gets on in there, and finds the convergence. Pressure keeping. Bored-erlands will not be pushed out. He will not, but he will get hit by the 5S. The guard button not being pressed. Run up throw gets DP'd. Bored-erlands was ready.
Okay, Bored-erlands.
To the bracket. That Vanguard is putting in work.
Yes, indeed.
These players going to be going back to resume putting in work. Table denying the guard cancel attempt from Bored-erlands. That guard cancel is so low to the ground, just gets hovered over by the JM.
Alright, goes for the mortar strike. No jumps here. Not quite yet.
It's a good thing to represent, though, since this 4S teleport from Table has been coming out so often. Sometimes you just want to throw up a preemptive projectile. Make sure that she's a little bit hesitant at the very least. We keep seeing it. We keep seeing that teleport, and it keeps hitting. Time and time again. Bored-erlands, he put up one preemptive projectile, but it wasn't enough.
I think that might be the case of it being preemptive. You're trying to make that hard read as opposed to... It's tough to react to a teleport from Lost Warrior regardless, and it does need to be preemptive, but it might be to the point where Table now knows you're expecting it. So then using it at a very timing is really going to call out Bored-erlands in a lot of those situations, because you go teleport here, maybe teleport after you see that initial anti-air attempt. Like, cool, you've already spent the anti-air, not doing it again. Like, hands down, I'll teleport.
Those are definitely the layers that we get into, especially with this level of competition up here in loser side top 8. Table guard cancel off. Where's the teleport? Oh, attempted the 5M, but the grenade said no.
Nice. Goes for that conversion and remains safe. Steal back the turn and put back at the corner, but let go of a block a bit too early there. Tech out, and you got caught overextending, and unfortunately that does mean your death.
That it certainly does. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. We'll see it many times throughout this bracket. That 5M conversion from Lost Warrior is so advantageous. If it gets blocked, cool. If it hits, that's a solid like 15%. Or 50%, excuse me. Going through each other's projectiles. Do not want the opponent to keep up the pressure. Back at full screen. Launcher having somewhat better options at full screen. Contest Lost Warrior. 2B finally taking advantage of. Oh!
Another 2v here from Bored-erlands does actually get punished out from Table with an extensive combo.
We don't have enough mana for the time stop.
Backdash, are you kidding me?
That shimmy from Table was kind of clean.
Run
up to bait the throw tech, backdash. Unfortunately, no button afterwards to punish the throw attempt. But hey, Bored-erlands wasn't expecting Table to just run up again and throw this time.
Who would? You know, like you shimmied me, so I whiff throw, and that is like a massive opening to go dash up throw. I would have expected maybe dash up A from, or not even dash up A, but just an A challenge from Bored-erlands. Look at that 2A opener though.
Such a good button for launcher at taking their turn back, challenging, since it is pretty quick and very disjointed, continues to represent it to stop Table's forward momentum.
Spirit one more time here, trying to keep you right in the face of danger.
This time as Bored-erlands is in the face of danger, having to block all of these 5S and the JS strings from Lost Warrior. Block them out for long enough, and Table does not want to block even a moment against this launcher.
Yeah, and that will cost you here.
I love this super. Where did she get this gun? Where was it hide? Did she just come out here and plant that gun under the stage before the match happens?
You see, it transmutes itself into the arena. She has this rotating, she has basically the Matrix, right? We see that in the intro, where it's the whole arsenal around her. It just transmutes itself into, see, data. It's the, honestly, Battle Network character. Could be Mega Man character.
Launcher for the next Battle Network game. When we get into Capcom?
Right now, burning up the competition with this flamethrower. Nice bazooka launch, and to go for the grounded finish.
Explosives, heavy ordnance to keep this Lost Warrior down. Run up, throw, the pressure. Plus frames from Table, keep Bored-erlands having to block, but he's done enough blocking. The 2A continues to be the money button for Bored-erlands.
Yes, indeed. Like every single time on these teleport throughs, it's just going to be IS to hold Lost Warrior right in the face of danger, and Table has to make an interaction right after instead of expecting that safety net that we get from other characters, or just maybe even other players that aren't used to handling this matchup in particular. Great usage of universal mechanics here from Bored-erlands.
Yeah, a lot of players like to, when they block like a poke or something, toss out an IS. Since the features we're talking about is giving you white life in exchange for some card damage. Well, you can use that white life to do things like slide convert from launcher. The 5M convert that we've been seeing from Table so often when they have mana for it is generally as a result of that IS giving them the white life to do that.
Yeah, absolutely fair.
Slide convert. Slide convert for Bored-erlands. Taking advantage of that IS, giving him the white life and giving him the pressure in the corner. Extruder to keep it up. Table doesn't have to worry too much as the awakening is not on, so the guard damage isn't as large as it could be. But if you let the pressure keep going, it will start to rack up.
Jeez. Nice block here.
Both of these players have been very patient, been very willing to block out their opponent's sequences.
That's true.
Super connect for Bored-erlands. I believe that'll put us on set point. Alright, we had so many game 5s in this tournament.
Yeah, you know, we are getting down to that situation, right? Lupro, Bluelinkys, of course, Golden was 3-0 victory there, but that is the level of competition that we have for DNF Duel. Like, these players have consistently been playing for quite a while, have been consistently dominant and remain to grow in that way, and these two, no different. No exception to that rule. Bored-erlands certainly running away with this first round start here as victory is imminent for them. Got that nuke. Flying, still going for IS to sacrifice some white health to avoid this guard crush. The low.
The first low connected, but the second one will not. Table has had enough of that low pressure from Bored-erlands. Responds with a JM, and is taking that one all the way to the bank.
Very good answer back.
Just the final game, final round. We can see these two played in top 3 of a bracket earlier this week, and we had similar results. We're seeing this set is the result of the interactions that they've been having recently and the adaptations as such.
If you've been facing an opponent time and time again, like the layers, I mean, honestly, the back and forth of constant rematches like this becomes so interesting to see who kind of comes out on top in the end here. And wow, it might just be Bored-erlands right now, the way that these nukes are coming down, trying to balance out some of this mana pressure. Goes for IS, we do have conversion opportunity, but does get opened up.
Unfortunately, I think Table messed up a TK and wasn't able to continue the combo. That would have been a potential life-ending combo for Bored-erlands. Gets the punish on the orb. Table's pulling up.
Single touch, either way. I know that Bored-erlands has substantially more health compared to Table, but all it takes is one more interaction on either side. The damn... Yo. Excuse me. Let me reload my gun real quick and just pull the trigger. The slowest gunshot I've ever seen.
Making it up to top 8 versus GoneMad, who up until this point had been playing that Spectre, has now represented the Ghostblade.
Yeah, bringing it right back to the tried and true Ghostblade here. GoneMad, of course, made some exquisite plays here with Ghostblade. Make some phenomenal comebacks. I think this matchup is going to be a little bit easier for GoneMad to deal with. I mean, Spectre also seems like a great pick against Lost Warrior, all things considered, but of course that familiarity is definitely going to come into play here.
Yeah, I know some Spectre players don't really prefer the Lost Warrior matchup since Lost Warrior is so proficient at anti-airs, and a lot of Spectre's time is just spent like zipping around in the skies. They're just like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to deal with those 5Ms trying to swat me down. So GoneMad, thinking a similar line of thinking, just goes back into the
pretty close here. Not quite able to finish this one out yet. Needs another combo to do it. And we sneak in a throw. Good call out from GoneMad to take a round.
It's like he hasn't missed a beat.
No, exactly.
We saw him. I mean, this is the character that put him in top 3s, took him victories at some previous like TNS events, high-profile events. And even though he's been on sabbatical playing the Spectre for a while, the Ghostblade is as sharp as ever.
Oh, absolutely. Jesus, the teleport to A? Are you kidding me? Who could have been ready for that? GrayCapedHero getting opened up in the corner one more time.
That 6S as the knockdown ender of choice for Ghostblade this patch. But unfortunately doesn't have any mana to work with to continue that combo, so he has to opt for resets. GrayCape tries to guard cancel out for dear life, but to no avail.
Back into it we go. GoneMad in complete control and being able to navigate out of a lot of dangerous situations with plenty of cross-throughs and unders with this teleport series from Ghostblade, being able to call out GrayCapedHero's movement on Lost Warrior. Oh, except for that one.
Yeah, that one going unchecked, and as a JS starter, that will lead to a fat return for GrayCapedHero, putting GoneMad just over the awakening threshold and getting 3 time seals on for the next combo. He just got scooped out of the sky. He tried to jump, and GrayCape's waiting arms were right there to grant the perfect.
Two slashes here. Good. IS is now being able to get the space here. Interesting reversal.
Most of GoneMad's tools that are going to be reaching that far are mids. So Ghostblade is like, or GrayCapedHero is like, all right, you know, I'll take the gamble that you're just going to toss out like a 5B or a 2S or something.
Sneak parry in there, of course.
Doesn't do much mileage. GoneMad has continued to mix GrayCapedHero up in this corner. This time the option was empty jump low, and it worked out, but GrayCape, that JM.
Does seal it out here. Nice. Turns the favor. 1-all in the set. And GoneMad, that complete control just completely falling apart with that initial interaction from GrayCaped, making that dash up, dash through, call out GoneMad. I wonder if we maybe attempted to try to interrupt that space, but was too little too late with the button start. We didn't get a counter hit, but here we go. Another one.
We keep seeing the mysterious slash striking true for GrayCapedHero. Every time he's in the air, that JS zipping across the screen, and it keeps finding its mark.
Are you serious here?
Stop GoneMad
Oh,
from
gosh.
reaching. Jump in. What are you challenging for, says GrayCapedHero, punishing him to the fullest extent that he knows how.
Oh, dropped a little early, but still able to get the 5-8 anti-air. Good lord.
Something that we've seen from both players is anytime they have an opportunity to air tech, they're pressing a button. And both sides have been punishing it very handily. GrayCapedHero, air tech, JM got stuffed out earlier in the set. This time, GoneMad, air tech, JM met in kind.
Nice rollout, but GoneMad with a small delay on the Oki does get enough time to recover and go for a challenge after the recovery from the roll through.
Oh, that situation when he sets the ghost up and just sneaks in a throw before it is so tricky.
Oh, she's max range. Oh, sets up the ghost, and you still open up after the fact because Ghost is still backing up Ghost Blade in the corner.
Fortunately, that ghost usage put GoneMad into heavy exhaustion, so he had quite a length of time where it wasn't available, and GoneMad just had to give up so much real estate on the screen for it. Be able to find the kill here, but the reset will do it. GrayCapedHero again wanted to challenge on Wake Up with something that did not crush the low this time. GoneMad using that advantage to take himself 2-1 up in the set.
Good turn around there, and man, this might be the back and forth that we see all across this loser side of top 8. Already the 2. Yo, I didn't even get to see when Ghost Blade reappeared because Ghost built up so much visual noise there, and I'm sure that's probably what happened in GrayCapedHero. Lock button would have saved your life there.
One of those things, Ghostblade can send out the ghost and then teleport to it whenever the ghost is out. So, oh, the ghost is obstructing the screen. Let me teleport in there, get a little sneaky 2A past your defenses. You'll send out those JMs, and GrayCapedHero now has had enough of it.
Ooh. Oh no, the 2A!
GoneMad trying to correct the combo, but unfortunately it was just too far gone and allowed GrayCapedHero to get a punish.
God, that is so unfortunate. 2A would have been able to route to a better situation than what I guess we pressed it, just didn't really believe, or dropped a little too early. Converts and does get a full screen punish. That was absolutely an input error right there. There's no way you want to go for flurry like that.
That 5S is just such an incredibly long animation that it gives Lost Warrior an eon to react to it and get the punish. Mage in the corner from GoneMad is real, though. He might have flubbed a little bit previously, but not that time. GrayCapedHero knowing where the gaps are, getting a roll through, and taking us to yet another Game 5 here in this top 8.
Right. 2-all in the set. And it is, again, just constant pendulum swing. If the pace or momentum is anything to note, this should be GoneMad's win, since GoneMad has been getting the first victory on these breakaways. But that doesn't mean you're out of the woods quite yet.
We'll definitely have to keep up the pace if he wants to seal this one out, but been doing a good job of it so far. This time the guard cancel does not get baited, but GrayCapedHero doesn't really have a whole lot of mana to convert off the following rack.
Ooh. 5A starter though. We had one bean on the board already. I think we end at, okay, still end at 3. full time stop quite yet. Next interaction is what we're waiting for. With a few reversals on these teleports.
Not willing to challenge these orbs. I believe Ghostblade can punish that full screen, but he just didn't have the mana to confirm.
Yeah.
Didn't really do a whole lot about it.
Pushed into Awakening State with the full time stop. GrayCape trying to put on as much damage as they can to potentially mount the kill. We do succeed.
Taking us to set point. GrayCape stopping the swinging of the pendulum, keeping it in his corner for the remainder of this set, already coming out swinging in what could be the final round.
Jeez, teleport, good roll. Holds the corner with guard cancel. And now, oh, trying to roll out, but still, GoneMad has a button right on top of GrayCapedHero.
That roll that had been giving GrayCape such mileage, this time covered by GoneMad. He'd seen the option so many times before, and the 5S flurry of slashes is in the way now. Continues to put up stop signs. GrayCapedHero does not want to follow them and is getting punished accordingly. Hit could do it. Has the mana? There it is. Final game. Final round. What else would we want from these two players?
Absolutely. Oh, the trade, though, doesn't work out in anyone's favor, and GrayCape coming out on top of the scramble with the teleport.
Well, utilizing that little bit of white life that the initial scramble provided him to great effect, but was not able to keep the momentum in his favor for very long as GoneMad continues to roll through the swords.
Oh! He just covered both sides here, not only with Ghost, but also Blade. Just pressuring on either side. No matter which way GrayCape wanted to turn, there would have been a button. And with swing, that's unfortunate. GoneMad was trying to confirm with the far B.
And unfortunately, it will not get that confirmed and will not get a trip to losers quarters because GrayCapedHero's 2A found the clutch hit, found the decisive hit, and was able to get the super and the set 3-2.
That is the worst way to drop. I like the pick, though, to kind of navigate the screen space. We saw how quick that aerial movement can be for Dragon Knight. So potentially get that interrupt on a lot of the far-reaching blasters that we do see from Launcher. But we've seen that, honestly, Bored-erlands does like to go for preemptive anti-airs with mortar strikes, so that may come in time and time again. We'll see how that turns out. Wow, flamethrower round start. And there it is, already got mortar to start things off.
Yeah, you were talking about those preemptive anti-airs, and the 4M is just an incredible tool to do it. It tosses the projectile up and then rains down for a little bit, so it covers so much screen space. Covers the roll, and lupro was not one to respect that 2A.
Oh, so close. A step away from calling it out with that anti-air from Bored-erlands. Grenade launcher not going to find the mark. But the dragon certainly will make things hurt. Not quite killing. Oh!
I like that. I love that from lupro. One of the Bored-erlands' habits that gets exploited more often than most is that willingness to just air tech and call nuke. Whenever he is in the air and he's able to recover and call nuke, he will, since it can create such an awkward position for the player on offense. And lupro knows that, so he just threw a fireball right in his face, right where he was going to air tech, and said no.
I mean, that's a great player tendency knowledge check there from lupro. I mean, it's something you only get from players that do end up contending against each other time and time again. Oh!
The wall. The laser just covering the whole screen diagonally in the flight path of lupro's Dragon Knight, staring her down.
Yeah, it's actually pretty insane to see the both of these players preemptively shutting down a lot of those options. Calling out, yes, I know that you like to go for this air dash, so I will set up a laser preemptively to make you run into it. You and lupro knowing the tendencies of Bored-erlands, like this this is the problem of running into players regularly throughout brackets. And of course, playing each other so often, even in sets and offline, that this can happen.
Most certainly can. Bored-erlands this time is getting the winning end of it. Tried to go for a reset into the nuke to opt for a potential guard break, but Bored-erlands is able to find his way out and has Awakening now, so the mana is flowing and the pressure can too.
Oh, side swap does actually end up being okay for Bored-erlands because it autocorrects to the opposite side. Grenade stays above in the sky with the conversion, but now one touch away is all that Bored-erlands needs. If you can survive this pressure, there we go.
He does indeed. As soon as lupro took a second, hesitated for even a moment, that 2A that we've seen Bored-erlands represent throughout this bracket is there when he needs it most. But even that game 1 was already on a knife's edge that we were talking about. You can see the player versus player interactions that have been honed through months and months of fighting each other in bracket, and the adaptations live. This time, Bored-erlands tries to put up that preemptive laser that won him an interaction earlier, and lupro knew. He delayed the air dash just enough to punish the landing.
See here, already got the ground set up. Grenade on the way to keep you locked in. The forward roll is still going to get challenged out.
It will be met with a coast-to-coast reward as Bored-erlands wants to take lupro all the way into that corner, give himself plenty of space to work with and react to lupro's attempts to get out. Oh, like that.
Okay. That was a very good setup here, going for the cannon to at least get the Oki set up, because we've called out roll time and time again from lupro when you try to set up the grenade here. So it's time to make darn sure that you think twice about rolling out of that corner.
Make sure that they don't get too comfortable, right? I want to try and condition them to do something else. Make them sit down for a little bit longer so you can keep applying that guard damage, keep racking up the chip damage. These hits where if they think they can challenge where they're not allowed to.
Grenade setup, slides into DMs, not quite able to jump out, but does succeed lupro. Let's get that corner carry one more time.
The dragon setup, delayed overhead catches Bored-erlands. You thought that lupro was going to be going for that empty jump low, but no. The mix-up from Dragonite proving potent as ever.
Goodness. Shot out. Oh, the explosion for the cannon. We thought we were out of range. Bored-erlands steals it away. 2-0 lead right now.
Considering his options, I expect to stay on the Dragon Knight. Yeah. Keeping that Dragon Knight as the character represented. It's been putting in a solid amount of work so far in this set. He just hasn't quite been able to find the decisive hits.
Yeah, a lot of those decisive hits end up being outshined by the damage output from Bored-erlands when we get these setups. 2A opens it up though.
lupro not in Awakening, so Dragon Knight's damage is not the most threatening when you don't have access to that mana regen buff to give you the loops of the Astra spin.
Oh, nice. Being able to avoid the grenade launcher, but DP works out here for Bored-erlands.
Is able to buy him the space that he has been so comfortable in for this entirety of this set. lupro saying maybe you shouldn't be so comfortable there. The baseball swing finds him a home run.
One thing that we've not really seen too often from lupro is that baseball swing from Dragon Knight. Usually kind of like the go-to to challenge a lot of projectile players, but so far hasn't had an opportunity to throw that out there because of how relentless the offense has been from Bored-erlands.
Bored-erlands just continuing to have something like under lupro's feet. You know, any time that lupro would want to throw out the 6M, there's like a grenade at his toes, there's some mortar fire coming down from the 4M, something to dissuade him always.
Ooh! Alright, nice little anti-air. Locked right back into the corner here. Bored-erlands really trying to steal back at least a round, because look at all the potential damage, and now recovering. We've been put into awakening state because of it, and that was a great bet from lupro, because we do get a game finally on the board.
He's able to navigate the end of that match such that is able to take the game. Bored-erlands had what could have been the round-winning hit. That anti-air off the 2S when lupro tried to jump up and fly out is usually one of Launcher's highest reward starters, but wasn't ready to confirm that, and lupro took advantage of it and was able to find the set, or find the game.
Oh jeez, explosion. Not quite being able to get it confirmed, but now we are. lupro still once again cycling through. A couple options here. Nice conversion, but DP comes through, but a nuke. I thought that lupro might have forgotten about it, but was still able to pull back after that DP.
Just in time. That nuke presents such awkward situations as the offensive player, since you want to keep running your pressure, but you have this incredibly potent tool just consistently falling down from the sky, threatening a combo breaker on you.
Great conversion to at least follow up with another from the air laser beam, but this dash up from the skies, lupro. We're about to keep getting very consistent on this bracket, folks.
lupro is one of those players that never misses a stray air-to-air confirm. Whenever he is able to catch the opponent with like a flight JB or something that we saw at the end of that last round, he always is ready and has the optimal routing to confirm off of it. Speaking of optimal routing though, he's not the only one who's got it. Bored-erlands taking 50%.
Lead, a couple bazookas, cannon. Trying to whittle away at that guard gauge. See if you're willing to spend any more Indomitable Spirit here. But this time we got that corner carry, Godric grab. But the low missed out on standing up a little bit too early there.
Bored-erlands wanted to challenge. You saw the 2A come out, but it was not correctly placed. lupro outspaced and gets us to another game 5. Y'all want DNF? We got it. Bored-erlands going back to character select. Surely this is the Brawler.
I mean, yeah, it's the final game entirely. Like, this might be it. We do get Brawler here for the last game attempt from Bored-erlands. You have all that information on how to deal with Launcher as Dragonite, but now you have to reset your information. But at the same time, Bored-erlands is pretty warm on Launcher right now. Maybe it's just a moment to take a drink, hydrate, assess the scenario. Oh, we are going with that Brawler.
Yeah, Brawler able to contest the flight of Dragon Knight better than most characters. We saw like the Cave-In, just maybe the premier anti-air in all of DNF Duel with those armor properties and how high it reaches. And also, Dragon Knight doesn't want to have to block barrels. So she kind of jumps up in the air and has to hover at this like awkward height that's a bit easy to anti.
Yeah, and this anti-air alone from Bring It Down the Ceiling is just a little bit better than what the mortar was. Mortar single shot or even just rainfall, because it does that single projectile and then falls down. So lupro can kind of gauge, all right, this is the space I can be in, but you have this lingering hurt box in the DP and anti-air from Bored-erlands on Brawler here, and a strong round start.
Oh yeah, the Brawler switch is already putting in the mileage for Bored-erlands. Saw how that round went, gone in about 20 seconds. The barrels are starting to come out, but lupro expertly placing the jump back JS to avoid the situation entirely and start his own pressure.
Corner position, beautiful spot to be for lupro.
When you get to start enforcing that high-low mix-up game that Dragon Knight can put on you. Flight into overhead, empty jump low, but Bored-erlands unafraid to pull out the armor. lupro tries to challenge and he might die for it.
Yeah, that was a crazy ceiling pull right there. The follow-up pro was able to hit lupro as we tried to challenge. Bored-erlands with a quick turnaround 3-2 victory to advance.
What a name. Repping the gold cube as well, so we get those really funny sequences once it gets down to 30%, when you can cancel like anything into the duck forward or the sway backwards.
Got the duck chasing with JS.
Putting the pressure on GrayCapedHero already. You can see 40% is the damage off of the first interaction, and Taco is just getting started.
50%, nice pickup off JS, bringing down the Meteor here. Unable to course correct, but we still pick it up with the Rekka series. Taco should be able to finish this off. Does.
Oh man, Taco boiling this game down to just a handful of interactions, most of them off the back of that JS that we continue to see controlling the skies in a way that is uncharacteristic against Lost Warrior.
Yeah, with the fact that it frame traps a little bit into one of the MS skills, it is definitely tough to deal with. But, ooh, nice block on the teleport here. Good call out from Taco, but unfortunate that the slash through is still going to get challenges.
You challenge the 2v, finding the mark, and Taco thinking that he was plus on the drop. Unfortunately not. Is health going to let him live? Gets one more.
Yeah,
one more
does
chance.
one more rep. Ooh, nice IS here. Waiting for that opportunity so that the teleport remains on the same side. Good blocks. The low this time. Can't block forever, and GrayCapedHero being relentless was very important there.
It's finally starting to represent those anti-airs as well. Taco has gotten away with these JS's so far in the set. GrayCape starting to get the anti-airs on them, but not consistently quite yet. Oh, we're not holding this. Parry.
The low!
That was so tricky from GrayCapedHero. You saw the orb around Lost Warrior to signify the teleport, converted half of it to stay on the ground and get the low.
How dare you? Messing with my expectations. You're supposed to go high after that.
You're not supposed to stay on the ground. You're supposed to be way over there. Taco punishing GrayCape for his sins. Taking the first game.
The sins of simply trying to block your attack. That's why.
Guy's just, he's lost. He's just trying to find his way back, and Monk is out here throwing at him. What are you doing?
Nice. Rekka reset with the dash.
Chopping hammer starter, netting about 60% off of GrayCapedHero's health bar. And another one finding the mark. Taco keeps using it to such great effect. A really awkward hitbox, hurtbox interaction there between those two. GrayCape trying to throw out a 2A, and Taco's jab catching like the extended high hurtbox on it.
Sword series come through, stocking up on time stop.
Getting 4 for himself, making sure that Taco is gonna be feeling the pressure off that next hit. He's undeterred. Every single sway into the follow-up has connected and netted him a grip of damage.
Jeez, look at that ender. Goes from the explosivity of the black and white artwork there. So sick. All right, well, 2-0 lead right now for Taco. And we're going right back into it with Lost Warrior. My goodness.
Staying on Lost Warriors, keeping to his guns. Taco continues to punch his way through the loser's side of the bracket. Chopping hammer finally blocked, but Taco again takes to the skies with the JS that has netted him so much reward.
Almost got caught by the hit grab there, actually. Covered just in the nick of time. Oh no. Early tech out was able to challenge.
I like that idea from Taco. Tried to get like a little cheeky reset into the overhead for the mix, but GrayCapedHero was not willing to block for long enough to let it rock.
Yeah, tired of that mix for sure.
Lost Warrior, one of those characters that's a little bit more susceptible to it than others, since tall characters just have to hold that as a true string, whereas short characters like the first hit of the 5B can whiff, and then you can you know, put a defensive option in there if you want to.
All right. Oh! Dash through to avoid the projectiles. Does get the anti-air pickup, and you're down 50%. Oh my God, you're dead now. You're actually dead now.
Taco, from representing the overhead follow-up earlier. 5-second rule.
Okay.
It's a 5-second rule. He dropped it, but he picked it back up. It's fine.
Very quick.
No harm, no
trying
foul.
to land real quick. You know, I just noticed there's a rip in Monk's shirt. Does that happen over time? Or has he always had that?
I think he always has that. I think it's in his like character select art. He's just wearing an old shirt.
I thought maybe he just gets damaged over time, which would be uncharacteristic of characters in DNF Duel, but that's also cool.
Yeah. Oh, okay. GrayCapedHero having enough of that instant overhead, finally finding a parry to answer it.
Oh my God! The back sway goes for the ground pound and does get the pickup with the conversion right after. Jesus. 3-0 Taco advancing to the loser semifinals with Monk.
The Swiftmaster. I know Inquisitor tends to have a little bit of a harder time approaching than Swiftmaster, since Swiftmaster has like the belt that he can put up and just kind of hold forward and ignore projectiles. Whereas Inquisitor has a higher return on investment once she finally gets in.
It's true. That high output is definitely going to be very interesting, but there's also consistency from Swiftmaster that we see time and time again. That shotgun blast that we do see. Even 5B from Swiftmaster is also right off the rip. See, 5B round start.
That button's kind of crazy. It's been one of Swiftmaster's premier tools at gaining space and contesting, since it's so fast and moves him forward so quickly.
Wall bounce. Let's have orb set up here. I think you're dead here, maybe? No, we need one more setup. Oh, missed the OTG, I think. But either way, 2A does close it out.
Man, you see Swiftmaster land a Storm Strike raw as a starter, you know that this little guy is about to be taking about 50% of your health.
Yeah. It's so tragic every single time. But Ranger can contend at that full screen range if we want to. Stay same side. Actually, that was very tricky there from GoldenEye, but even better for Bluelinkys to block.
We got the confirms. The combo awareness from GoldenEye is so good, recognizing that his grenade was going to be there and go off in time to combo into Gunhawk.
Right there. Scud Genocide. Not quite enough to get a kill, but we do have grenades set up to keep you locked in. Oof.
It's the anti-air with the blow up on the belt. Bluelinkys taken to the skies.
Two B, 2A. Nice stuff here to stagger that pressure, to draw a line against Bluelinkys.
That 5B that you were talking about earlier, continuing to give Bluelinkys his money's worth. 5B to Storm Strike, they're already giving Bluelinkys such a life lead.
And going for that DP was very tricky because we were about to get fuzzy by Bluelinkys there. GoldenEye not able to stand up in time because of the block stun already. Just opts for DP.
Tried to guard cancel out of said block stun. GoldenEye avoiding it deftly and continuing the onslaught that is this Ranger aggression in the corner.
Ooh.
Yeah. Blue going for a hard call out, either on a run up throw or a run up like low attempt. from GoldenEye.
Right.
GoldenEye did neither of those, just took his time. And when Bluelinkys committed, he just shot him down.
Grenade? Yeah, look, that had to full stop because gunshot was on the way. We want to make sure we can block in time. I don't care about a tornado. I start blasting.
Let's start blasting. None of that's got a hurt box. I can just send it right through.
Stand 5As here. So place your bet, and we're still betting on blocking. That's good call out here from Bluelinkys, but low on guard gauge. They tried to challenge after Scud Genocide was a little bit too far. This guard break seals it out. GoldenEye gonna take a run.
At that point, it was too little too late. Bluelinkys had been betting on blocking for the entirety of that round, and the bet did not pan out. The house always wins. GoldenEye's tossing the Gunhawks too far out of guard cancel range.
Slide. They can recover in time.
See that classic Ranger sequence. Drop him down. Got the grenade. Oki, the GoldenEye classic. Something that he loves to do to keep people guessing on defense, just run up DP, because the grenade makes it so hard to challenge.
Ooh. Reversal roll, but we got a DP right back. Bluelinkys really trying to make this return to form here. Oh no, rolled into the Gunhawk, and that's another game for GoldenEye, up 2-0 in this winner's finals.
Ooh, just showing an absolutely dominating performance for himself. We saw it against Taco in the winner's semifinals, where he took that set 3-0, and he's keeping that energy here in winner's finals against Bluelinkys. All day, GoldenEye has dropped only a single game to table. He's been on a roll today.
All right, well, 5 seconds left. What will Bluelinkys do? And it looks like we're going to stick with Swiftmaster. I thought that was the fastest down A I've ever seen in my life. The quick draw. Bluelinkys with the intimidation.
He was taking his time.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking his time to just get the last round out. Take a second to recoup, and it might have been paying off. He's already finding some clutch hits in this round.
Ooh! See, again, hard to block situation, and GoldenEye opts for DP since he took to the skies. I'm good.
I'm good, and the reward I'm getting is even better. Keeping Bluelinkys locked down, but not for long. Just in the single hair that GoldenEye left open, Bluelinkys rolls through.
Hold on the block. Gunhawk coming through. Trying to survive. Oh! Bless the dome this time! The defense doesn't work out in favor for Bluelinkys, and I wonder if previous times we were holding on a block button so we didn't have to try to thread the needle on defense, but this one here, still opening up.
GoldenEye now on the brink of a 3-0 against Bluelinkys. We'll just have to complete this set. End of Tornado continues to be a non-factor. GoldenEye just throws that 5M through it like it's nothing.
The grenade set up for this corner.
The air stalls that we were seeing earlier. Look at how much Bluelinkys is ISing.
Yeah, but spends it all. Okay, you put yourself in Awakening and you only need that single hit. And there we go.
That single hit, he was the one to find it. Able to combo off of that into the Tornado follow-up, into the Gold Cube Super, which does so much.
Okay. I'm sorry, Chad. I was worried because I saw the character flip over the wrong way. I'm like, wait. Did we make a mistake here? And no, it was an excellent pickup. All right.
As soon as I heard that gasp from you, I looked at how Bluelinkys was oriented, and I was, oh no.
I was very concerned that we took a too far a step forward there.
Just far enough. Bluelinkys knowing his ranges, and in the air-to-air situations, also being able to find that confirm off the air-to-air JA.
Safety belt apply, but yeah, using the 5 MS right there to blast away the belt.
Had to debuff to that Swiftmaster, which is, this character more than a lot is especially crippling since Swiftmaster relies on mana so much to get like the Wind Orb gameplay going.
Right.
When he has that lowered mana regen, it cuts the effectiveness down a huge margin.
And unfortunate conversion right there. Was supposed to be guard cancel, but GoldenEye still getting a guard cancel opportunity. Blocks the DP this time. You're done.
Yes, you are. Go into the super. Gonna leave us with a flashbang to close out winners finals as GoldenEye continues the streak of dominance, continues the bracket run, having only dropped 1 game and goes up to 10 points. And also, big shout outs to the people that contributed directly to our pot: Endai, Geo the Game, Bobby Padlock with a $50, $25, and $2 contribution respectively.
It's greatly appreciated. All right, here we go. Brawler versus Monk, the battle of DLC. Both kind of cut from the same cloth, too. Really think about the lore of DFO.
Well, they're both throwing hands. They're out here to just, they're throwing hands at each other. Bored-erlands, though, throw it a little bit more. The barrels, oh my goodness, 2 barrels in the same combo, leaving Taco nearly at awakening threshold already.
What a pickup. Side swap, got the 2B. Unfortunately got the back sway because we crossed under a little bit too far. So that's an unfortunate blunder for Taco.
It does still have that awakening active though. And this is when Monk can get very tricky since he can cancel anything into both the sways. Bored-erlands though, not dissuaded from running up and taking his turn against the threat of sway.
Nice follow through here from Taco. But again, yo, that is twice now that Taco has been screwed by the positioning of the game, causing your character to flip over like that. In that interaction in particular, that should not have happened at all, but Taco quickly cleaning up the mess and the round.
Yeah, Monk combos require a lot of weird delays in them sometimes because of what we've seen just there, where, oh, you try and cancel into duck a little bit too fast, you end up on the wrong side, now your follow-up's all messed up.
JS, couple dashes here. Yo, actually, Taco just closed out here, I think. Nope, needs one more.
Doesn't have mana to work with, but we'll get the reset. Bored-erlands reversaling out as he does not want this game to end quite yet.
Ooh. Got a conversion instead of guard cancel. Poison bringing down the house. Good defense from Taco, waiting for the prime opportunity. IS to keep you close. About to get this guard cancel through. Yo.
Block this overhead.
Who'd have thought? I wonder if it was trying to call it a guard cancel there to block it so you can get the punish right after. But yeah, either way, nice W here for Taco. Oh, swapping the launcher.
The Brawler Gambit not quite panning out for Bored-erlands. Going back to the tried and true. Wants to sit back, wants to make Monk have to inch his way towards her.
Taco with the I don't lab, I only lab damage. I mean, it is one of those games, right? Like, if you can't get a TOD or at least a 2-touch, you might be in for a little bit of trouble on defense. It's really important to have that available to your arsenal.
Indeed it is. And Bored-erlands representing an arsenal of his own. Launch. What is the weapons budget of launcher?
It all just goes back to infinite storage. It's okay.
Just pull it out. She's just tossing aside the guns after she uses them every time. You're getting a new gun every time?
Yeah, it's like what's the company in Bored-erlands? Manawa or something like that? Oh. Where they toss out the exploding gun?
Yeah, you just throw them away and generate a new one? Yeah, when can Launcher just like follow up a 5AA by just throwing her gun as a grenade?
you know, I'm waiting for one of these characters to just throw a gun at someone's face after it's depleted of ammo. Like, I think that'd just be cool. It's disrespectful. TDR maybe? Is it TDR? I think TDR is the tech company.
I don't know. This tech from Bored-erlands is not stopping Taco, though, from exerting his will over this match. He's able to find his way back in there and continues the dominance.
Nice pickup here.
I think that Bored-erlands just continues to end combos at that, like, just before the corner with DP. It gives up his Oki as it gets a worse knockdown, but it puts you way further back. It makes you have to get so much more space.
See. I know that's not what she said. Something that just made me laugh, and it's not what she said, but it sounded funny if it was English. That's what I'll leave it at. Replay it. It was hold this, you know what.
Okay. Taco is certainly holding that DP. Bored-erlands letting it rip on death's door, no less, to close out that round.
What? Hey! That DP, not even DP, it was just the uppercut here from the dash install. Okay.
Bored-erlands just making Taco traverse this entire screen. And Taco continues to just get in there with the JS.
Oh no, the cannon. Yeah, I mean, you do have the invulnerability with the command dash, but if you input a button there, you're still going to get called out. JS brings down the meteor. What a conversion to block the guard cancel. Taco 2-0.
Taco is so aware. Was running his pressure string, hesitated just a bit, saw the red flash, and convert to block it out. Nope, I'm out of there.
Hey, but didn't believe. Tragic, because then Taco keeps pressuring.
Monk just takes you coast to coast with the easiest confirms. Couple buttons into the big bang punch to leave you full screen knockdown.
Nice. Is that actually what she says? Because, you know what, chat, you might be right. If that's what she says.
Blocking this Monk character can be so difficult. Taco started to adjust his strings to, you know, instead of going for the overhead and the low, he'll just jab in the low just like that.
Nice delay here to get the flurry finish. Goes to the reset. Wasn't far enough away to avoid the throw. Yeah, would have been back sway to the upper if Bored-erlands ended up staying in the same space. There's a dash through. Oh my goodness, able to block in time, but at what cost? Bored-erlands goes down 3-0 to Taco in the semis.
Taco continuing the run.
Actually, the thing to get, you know? Either way. Getting back into this not there yet. Losers finals, Bluelinkys and Taco. Bluelinkys opting for Inquisitor here.
Let's see what is stronger, the fist or the axe. This time, neither, as we're starting off with a trade.
Already in the corner and look at this massive life lead to start.
JS's from Taco are just continuing to catch the competition unawares. This time Bluelinkys has the reversal ready, but has such a mountain of health to recreate.
Oh my goodness. Already got the 2B finisher. Good to finish this out. Alright, so first round for Taco, strong lead. Yo, the spin cycle into the back sway uppercut. And a 50% conversion for it? Are you kidding me? Taco.
50% and full screen quarter carry from Taco. That chopping hammer is continuing to dominate his opponents.
What's wild is it reminds me of Akatsuki 6 every time I see it. Like, I love it. I love it. This character is so much fun. Like Akihiko and Akatsuki in a one. Music to my ears. But this return for Bluelinkys, couple of holy waters with the explosive damage to boot. Awakening.
This is a monk health. It's on the threshold. I believe it will kill, but he survives.
And that's all. Okay. You know what? Yeah, you can have that Bluelinkys. Yeah. Okay. $10 direct contribution from Dr. Sauce. Thank you very much.
Hey, appreciate it. Bringing our total up to over $100 for the prize pool tonight. Prize pool that both of these players will be dipping into and trying to get a larger portion of.
Dr. Sauce says, waiting room for Nen Master. All right, well, hopefully you get what you're looking for. 1, 2, 3. There it is.
Follow up that body blow plus on block. Bluelinkys trying to challenge afterward and paying the price.
Pick up. Actually, might be able to wrap this up and will succeed. Awakening once again. Massive turnaround, Bluelinkys.
This time not leaving any question as to whether or not the Awakening would kill. Taking Taco far over the threshold. Taking game one. Doing a pretty good job of keeping Taco at an arm's length. And even when Taco gets in, finding those clutch rolls out.
Wait, one more time. Oh no, almost made it, and the second JS does succeed though. You know what? That's really bizarre. I wouldn't be surprised if they fixed that in the later update, because you're still on the same side that you were when you started that interaction, and for some reason, Monk is flipping around in that particular combo string.
Oh my goodness, speaking of switching sides, I have no clue where that hit. The hit effect was a bit misleading, but it was leading us to a corner situation that Bluelinkys was not surviving.
Black Ace with a $10 contribution to the match, Reno, for hosting DNF and the great commentary team. Well, thank you so much, Black Ace. Greatly appreciate it.
I'm sure these players will appreciate fighting for even more cash. This top three is a bloodbath so far.
Back swing again. Yikes. With the conversion to get the side swap. JS is a big threat, but also the spin cycle comes through from Inquisitor. Bluelinkys trying to return the favor, and again, the Awakening state, the damage output, just like last game. Able to get this follow-up and victory.
Take us to parity once again. These players keeping it even every time. One person wins a round, next person wins a round. Bluelinkys took the first game. We'll see if Bluelinkys can take us to a 2-0 lead or if Taco will keep the parity.
Oh my goodness, 5B.
A lot of damage for Bluelinkys.
Yeah, constantly cycling back into the holy water to apply damage over time off these fire shots here. Whoa!
Oh, there it is. There it is. We were waiting for the sway into the follow-up, and it's again missing the mark. That dash through.
That dash through was certainly on Taco there. It went a little bit too far before it was able to cancel into the special, so you did cross under. But the jump, the fly arc from Bluelinkys was still going. That's unfortunate for you. I'll give you the other one. I'll give you the other one. That one was not on you. This one, for sure.
Yeah, it's especially unfortunate because it was on that round that would put Bluelinkys up 2-0 in the set. But Taco will need to find the momentum here, or risk continuing the streak of 3-0 sets.
Yes, indeed. Nice try to get the JS, nothing doing, but yeah, we're bringing out that chopping hammer. Backsway every single time, getting so much mileage out of Monk right now. But Taco unable to close it out. Like, no matter how much damage you're putting out there, Bluelinkys still somehow finds a way back.
Damage, one of the great equalizers in this game. Both these characters having it in spades. If you can't find that hit to close out the game, then tough luck. Taco got on this one. We'll have to string together a load more performances like that if he wants to take this set. Out 5. Yes, look at this damage! He's eating it in kind. They're going coast to coast. Are we gonna get a wheel set up off of this?
Oh, no, not quite. I mean, the damage is certainly there now that you have Holy Water.
Taco opting to just block it out. He has enough guard gauge to let that one rock. The next one might have to be challenged if there will be a next one. This damage from Bluelinkys is going to be massive. He has the Awakening, will put himself on set point with that 2A.
How is it every time? This has been the cadence in the set. Taco takes that first round. Bluelinkys is down in a deficit in the second round and makes a massive comeback. Puts on a world of hurt against Taco.
Finds a dash straight, but Bluelinkys with those runbacks is 1 round away from giving Taco his second loss in top 8 and sending him out of the tournament, continuing the streak of 3-0 back and forth.
Slide in, doesn't get the full pickup, but we do have the Holy Water applied. Get hit, nice. JS does get blocked. Nice.
Raw 5S starter means you are hurting for that one. A throw will do it, an instant overhead will do it. Taco is not going down like that.
Okay, all right. We've stopped at least some of that momentum here from Bluelinkys' first game on the board. You know, it's interesting because Troubleshooter also has that Rekka series with 5S as well, so you did not skip the beat opting for Monk in this particular game.
That's true. Monk's, fortunately for him, not costing mana as opposed to Troubleshooters.
Right.
Where it's a bit more expensive to use it. Monk can just let the fists fly whenever he chooses to do so.
No block. Oh, backstep. Did get challenged at the far B.
He's was holding strong for so long, but Taco finds a duck into a pressure reset. I think he's starting to look a little bit uncomfortable. As I say that, though, run up 2A.
Nice. Holy Water one more time, and staying at that mid-screen range to challenge against Monk. Making sure that we have some sort of block pressure going, even after we've already spent through our traditional block string. We go out for this. Ooh. Carpet of Fire here. It was trying to chip away at the guard gauge. We find a JS here. Taco whiffs the Awakening. Oh no!
And Bluelinkys beats it with a reversal into a back throw, stealing that round. If Taco had waited just a hair to get further into the corner, the super might have connected, but Bluelinkys will capitalize in a massive way.
Yeah, that was very critical. A couple backsways, got the chopper. Nice pickup. Wow, that damage output is insane. You're done.
Very nearly instant overhead block from Bluelinkys. Taco backsway through it. Your pressure is not real here. It's not valid. I got a perfect. Continuing to stay alive, but cadence that we'd seen previously in this set, with them going back and forth. Bluelinkys always being the one to take the set for the game-ending round.
Here we are with this 50% life lead back sway. Bluelinkys not falling for it because we don't want to get hit by Chopper.
Giving it the respect it deserves, and that respect paying off in spades as he's leaving Taco on death's door. A throw away from death. A 2B will not be enough, but the follow-up will. A perfect and a trip to grand finals for Bluelinkys.
Wow, learned about it. Maybe I get you thinking that there's going to be a DP coming out, and that's my opportunity to pressure out with maybe a jump to avoid grenade.
We are getting into the game, so speculation to the wind. The Swiftmaster gonna be the pick for Bluelinkys. Going back to it, believing.
Not a bad pick at all. Very strong in this matchup in particular. Easier time to close that gap.
See if he's able to. GoldMad has been notoriously difficult to get in on and stay in on this whole tournament. I think he's finding the first interaction and he can get the momentum started. It'll be quite handy. Also, shout out to Angstydragoon with a $30 contribution to the match arena, taking our prize pool to $140.20. Out here supporting the DNF dual community.
Absolutely, about halfway to the top 4 payout here. So thank you very much. Thank you for hosting it. Thank you for playing.
Had a fantastic run in the bracket tonight. Making it down to just before topping. There.
Hunting Honk, locking things down as it does. Yo, just pressing the issue. Says, you know what? If I'm going to get sucked into this vortex, I may as well bring the challenge to you.
Yeah. Didn't really net him much except a little bit of pressure. Made Bluelinkys maybe a little bit uncomfortable. But the situation afterwards, and GoldenEye ready as always to reverse it and get the Oki situation started.
Nice. Got a guard cancel out.
Doesn't mean you're out of the woods just yet, as GoldenEye has so much mana for these Gunhawks. Tosses another one, but it doesn't get the kill. There it is. The layers were piling up there in that last interaction. Bluelinkys looking for the delayed guard cancel so he can invulnerable through the grenade explosion. GoldenEye knew, oh, you're looking for that delayed guard cancel. I'm gonna jump up way out of dodge.
Oh my god. Shotgun blast, wall splat. Already 50% lead for Bluelinkys on that one.
Storm Strike is beefy when you get hit by it. You can already see the damage that it's done.
A little early, another 2B.
From GoldenEye continues to put in work. One of the most notorious buttons of Ranger with how long and disjointed it is. Oh my goodness, Blue, your health bar. The ISs, Blue, they cost money. Blue, those are expensive.
And you certainly paid the price. Taxes are due. It's coming up actually in a month, folks, so make sure you do your taxes if you're in the States.
So you don't get whopped like Bluelinkys just did.
Whoa.
Trying to hoard all that white life. Try to get out of this corner, and GoldenEye just saying no.
I didn't even realize grenade was still there.
He got out. He paid a little bit of a toll for using the road to get through, but he's out, and now Bluelinkys able to find the corner pressure against GoldenEye. We're going all the way to the left to maintain it.
All right, guard cancel out.
Screen, avoid these 5Bs. Keep with the plus frames from Bluelinkys. Again, keep GoldenEye blocking. He guard cancels out. The slide conversion keeps Bluelinkys under pressure. Reversal.
Wait. All right, nice conversion there. No DP quite yet from GoldenEye, but there it is. DP on DP, no death. May as well do it again.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, you guys are gonna give me a heart attack.
Bet the farm of that interaction.
Oh. You guys are gonna give me gray hairs with these DPs, man.
Well, at the very least, got the Purple State corner position here. Try to 2A, good roll through the 2A.
Actually, the second one was there to punish. Leave Bluelinkys just outside of that awakening threshold. Keep him under pressure. Keep the guard gauge under pressure.
Full stagger there. Guard break does find it. GoldenEye up 2-0 right now against Bluelinkys.
With a perfect nonetheless. Looking to repeat the performance that he had in winners finals. Bluelinkys taking a moment, deciding, are we sticking with it? Are we changing it up?
That's the most meathead quote I've ever seen. How to shoot the wind, you ask? Shoot faster than it blows. Duh. Like, what? You're not actually shoot. God, Ranger.
Thanks, Ranger.
Is that definition of himbo at that point? Or is he just arrogant and ignorant, right? Like that's
I'll leave that one up to chat. Chat, what do you guys think? Himbo or arrogant?
arrogance. Yeah, I agree. It's arrogance.
Oh.
Himbo! Oh no!
Oh, the chat is in turmoil. The jury is in fierce debate.
Why not both, says chat. All right, so going to Inquisitor did get what you were looking for here.
Not to switch it up on. Oh.
Yo, the conversion to call out the roll. Are you kidding me? GoldenEye with the swift reaction.
So good. Whenever you have White Life, rolling is such a risk because at any time they can just cancel out, hold down, and punish whatever they want. That debuff on.
Approach, ISing. And I don't know about the cost. Maybe we thought that the Wheel of Death was going to come through, so we were starting to worry about the guard gauge there. IS might not have been the call there.
They wanted to keep Bluelinkys close, but instead, you know, when Bluelinkys goes for the jump cancel, a lot of the times the response like DP out of it, so it gets the anti-air, but the back roll not quite the one there. However, Bluelinkys gambling on the grenade and losing for it. Like I said before, the house always wins. GoldenEye keeping it up, getting the throw, the combo, and the perfect.
Tournament point here for GoldenEye. Oh my god! I think that was a slide startup for Bluelinkys, and 2A just said, I don't think so.
The Ranger 2A reaching most of the cast from round start position. Bluelinkys is not able to sneak his way past it.
IS keeps you close. Roll through.
Ooh. There we go. There's the anti-air. Keeping him close so you can get that pick up. Conversion didn't quite put himself into awakening, so he doesn't have the super to make this kill. Bluelinkys is going to have one more chance at life.
You know what was really interesting is that we shot the Gunhawk early so we could get the explosion, and getting that conversion was tremendous here for GoldenEye. One touch, going for guard break, calls out the reversal, but there's a conversion available here as a last-ditch effort for Bluelinkys. These ISs for your life. All right, it's come down to this. The final touch, run up throw to cancel out the guard. No more blocks done here for GoldenEye, which allowed for that throw attempt. Bluelinkys with a very cheeky call out.
Will not let it go down the same way it happened in winners finals. The Inquisitor swap has taken one, but it's gotta take at least two more before you can change back in the reset. Awkward.
At least we got a DP out. Still holding a good amount of mana there. Just to push away. Nice roll through. Perfect position, but didn't follow up after.
Jumping off of it. GoldenEye scouting it out. Scouting out the 6S. Tried to slide to the left and slide into GoldenEye's DMs, but GoldenEye having them closed for business. Set up the Oki.
Oh, jeez. That was almost right, but opened up a little bit early. Didn't have a follow-up. Got a guard cancel here. Yeah, just let it happen.
Yeah. At that point, Bluelinkys had already used his one way to change his air momentum, and it sealed his fate. Now, a second tournament point for GoldenEye. Can this be the one to seal it?
Yes, there. Opting for DP on the approach. Slide cancel. You can't dodge the gun hawk here, but now you still have that full screen presence from Ranger while falling. Nice follow-up here.
Down in the corner, set up the grenade, keep him just outside of Awakening Threshold. Wants to bait something, but Bluelinkys is holding strong.
Ooh, that's very fortunate. Last time it was max range 5B. That actually got the punish there, and corner combo for Bluelinkys. IS was a big gamble there to get the scratch damage applied. And unfortunately, the last hit, eradicating it off the screen. OTG tied up in rounds. Bluelinkys still fighting.
Still fighting, still keeping it close, has a chance to take us to a game 5. And this is a good way to start it. JM started right off the rip with the yearly awakening for GoldenEye.
Go. Guard cancel out. So that's Holy Water to worry about for just a little bit longer. Ooh, that dash up was so scary. I can't believe it hit on the backside.
It doesn't give a confirm though, so GoldenEye lives to see another day. DP off, keeps reapplying this debuff to Bluelinkys, making it so that he cannot spend much cash at all.
Oh, opened up a little bit too early. I guarantee that was supposed to be a 2A. Mass interaction. Oh no! Actually, that could do it! Look at all the meter that we have here. There's no way.
Then the third one drops out. The 5MMM from GoldenEye not working, but the slide will, sealing it this time and taking the set 3-1 over Bluelinkys.